Listen to the Voice of Survival podcast every other Friday, right here on the Journey into Comics Network. JourneyIntoComics.com.
The following is a Journey into Comics Network production.
We're gonna fuck the sodomites in the...
Warning, Podcastrophe imminent. Join me, Dick, on a podcast about music, movies, television, all with a taste of metal. This is Podcastrophe.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Podcastrophe, the show where we really talk about anything and everything. Sometimes it's movies, sometimes it's music. Sometimes
it's dicks.
Dicks. A lot of phalli in this show. So, yeah. So, welcome once again, my co-host Tyler.
What's up, y'all?
How are you today?
I've been in a pretty bad mood most of the day.
Same here.
Started off really good, and then, I realized I was at work.
There's
and then,
that.
And then I got brought back to reality, and then I just got pissed off.
So, yeah, you had a pretty awesome start to the day.
Yeah, I did.
We woke up around the same time.
We did.
And you had a much
Together.
better start. No, not together.
I rolled off of you, and we went to work.
Yeah. But we actually had the same idea, too. Like, my idea was, like, I'm going to leave early and go get McDonald's. And actually have some breakfast. And then I didn't.
I roll up to McDonald's on 26, super fucking early in the morning, and I'm like, I'm gonna get all this shit, all of it, because I was fucking hungry.
Yeah.
And I roll up to the intercom, and I'm sitting there, and I sat there for 5 minutes, nothing. And then another person pulls up in the other lane, and then we both sit there for an additional 5 minutes, because normally I would have driven away at that point. But I was already invested.
Yeah.
I had already wasted 5 minutes of my life waiting for McDonald's. So I'm sitting there, and then we kind of look at each other, and then we both fucking honk our horns at the same time. And then, not 5 seconds later, each of our intercoms fucking blast into life. And the lady on the other side of my intercom goes, we only taking cash, okay? And that's how she fucking said it. That is 100% how she fucking said it. And I said, all right, fuck off, and I drove away. And, of course, Burger King doesn't think, this is civilized, so they don't open at 5 o'clock in the morning. So I went to work, walked all the way down fucking no man's land past Body Shop to the fucking cafeteria, got a shitty fucking bacon McMuffin. It was terrible. I thought about burning Subaru down. Because I didn't get my McDonald's.
Cafe in there?
Yeah. We
Yeah,
have full
hell yeah.
cafeteria.
Jeez. There's a Subway attached to my building, but we don't own it. It's just in the building.
It's just there.
You have to go outside, though, to get to it.
Ah, shit.
I mean,
Before we get too far into this, I'd like to introduce my guests, our guests.
Guests.
You've been a co-host for like, what, 10,
Half-
15 episodes? And
Basically half of Podcastrophe's
yeah,
life.
and like
You just pretend I'm not here 90% of the time.
I mean, honestly.
Yeah.
But anyway, so our guest today, you've heard him on Brews With Dudes quite a few times. How many times have you been on there so far? Like 3 or 4 times?
Ooh, I'd say, yeah, somewhere closer to 3, I would think.
All right.
4.
Go ahead and
4.
introduce yourself, pal.
Hey there, my name is Alan, or you may know me as AJ from Brews With Dudes. How are we doing today, Dick?
I'm all right. I'm good now. I'm not at work. I've been off work for a good 3 hours now, and I got a beer in my hand, pizza in my stomach. I'm here with you guys. Like,
Well, hey.
I'm good to go.
Can you really consider Little Caesars as pizza, or is it just cheese-covered cardboard?
shots fired.
No.
I like cheese-covered cardboard.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not too fucking proud to smash a hot and ready right now. I'll throw down. But it is fucking cheese-covered cardboard.
The guy who just talked about waiting 10 minutes in line at McDonald's was like, how dare you eat Little Caesars? Like,
way. I only eat McDonald's like once every 6 months, and I was fucking ready today.
Yeah, I get it. I've recently become a fan of their hash brown.
Where were you the last fucking 20 years?
Avoiding it because it's just one giant one, and I'm
Right, thank you. That's not hash browns.
No, it's not. And when I think of a hash brown, I think back to my youth, and
Burger King has the best hash browns.
I'm getting there.
I don't care.
Delphi, Indiana,
Here we go.
used to have a Hardee's for years.
We're about to have 2 of them.
Yeah, I don't really care anymore, but so Hardee's, we had Hardee's for years. My grandmother was like a manager there, and eventually it shut down. It closed down in like 2000 or something like that, and it sat empty for like 7 or 8 years, and then we got an Arby's, and that's not even there anymore. I don't know why.
Did you know Arby's has breakfast?
Yeah.
It's really bad.
So anyway, so I am eating breakfast at Hardee's as a child, and they have the little bite-sized hash browns, and I love those. And then no more Hardee's. Years goes by, and I see the Burger King breakfast, and they got the hash browns that I like, so I'm checking those out. They're good. McDonald's, they got this giant fucking honking...
It's a potato cake.
Yeah, it's a potato cake.
Single
Yes,
potato tot.
potato tot.
I like the way you said that, potato tot. Hell
Is
yeah.
that not how you guys say it?
I don't know. Like I got referred to. I had a pizza referred to me as a meat pancake. So
What's wrong about that?
nothing
It's a fucking meat pancake.
other than the person that said it's autistic. So
Is that Cameron?
yeah,
Hell yeah.
yeah. Remember, I sent that picture
Oh,
to
yeah.
my story on Snapchat, and it was just a picture of a Monocle's pizza. The table's still on it,
Yeah.
and one of our
I call those spaceships.
they're tiny tables.
Oh yeah, the little
Pizza tables?
Yeah.
But Cameron, who's been a guest on the show, he was on last week. He replied to it. He said, "This boy straight up put tiny tables on his meat pancake." I still got the screenshot, I think. But I was just like, that's just ridiculous. Like, who says that kind of shit? Which is like one of the inspirations for me wanting him on the show. And then he totally bombs the show every time he's on.
Yeah, normally I would say he's a high-functioning autistic, but he really pissed me off today, so I would just say he's retarded.
Yes.
We're all nice here at Podcast.
Oh, yeah, totally. We're the nicest bunch of dicks you ever met.
This is the Dick Sanctum.
The dome of
The
dicks.
sanctum of dick.
The sanctum of dick. Speaking of dicks, we got one in here that smashes them in cars, and his name is Keegan. How you doing?
Pretty good.
Yeah. I'm really glad I got you guys on my show.
We have a nice menagerie of people today.
Yes, we really do. I sent out a call to arms on Facebook today.
An SOS.
Yeah.
'Cause,
yeah. I saw that.
yeah.
I was at work on my lunch break, so I'm like, I'm gonna waste time on Facebook, like I do every day. Mm-hmm. And I got on there, and it was just you were like tagging me in something, and saw that
What
Aaron
the
had
fuck's
liked
dick
it. And I'm
tagging
just
me in?
like, oh
he
man,
doesn't do this.
I had like more than 3 notifications, so I panicked. I'm like, shit, something's going down. And it was this, and I was like, oh, all right.
I
yeah.
told you there'd be bukkake. You're like, what's this? And I'm like, lots of bukkake.
We were Dick's Bukkake
I was on
Palooza a
I
couple
was
weekends
thinking
ago.
about not coming, but then when you clarified, I was like, all right,
I was like, okay.
you can do a
there's-
little bukkake,
there's
but like I don't want to be
not-
involved with like a lot.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
if
kinda
any-
messy.
If anything, all the bukkake's towards me.
Okay.
It's
Yeah, I
aimed
wasn't
at
sure
me.
if it was like us on you or like
No,
anyone who enters.
It's
is
really
getting it.
just me.
It's
Okay.
a Bukkake maelstrom.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Everyone's involved.
Just thinking, I just washed my hair this morning. I usually do it every 3 days, and I didn't want to have to wash it again tonight or tomorrow. Like, it would just be too much work.
Tomorrow is still an option.
I mean,
after
I
bukkake.
probably, sleep through it, like, whatever.
Right.
But, like,
Kinda rejuvenate.
before I have to go to work tomorrow, I would have to wash that out. So
That's fair.
sometime between tonight and tomorrow.
That's fair. That's fair. I got a message this weekend from Aaron.
Yeah. Did he tell you about his podcast?
Yes,
I didn't know
that's
he
what
had one.
That's what he messaged
I was like,
me
why
about.
does everyone have a
He's
podcast?
here. He's here in the
Oh,
chat feed too.
good.
So this will be good. I
His
love
podcast sucks.
I love what he said to me though. He starts out, "Hey, what's up, Dick?"
Was this recently? Like,
Yes, this was Sunday.
Okay, because he made it sound like a while ago.
This was
when he
Sunday
told me
night.
this.
He goes, "Hey, what's up, Dick?" And this touched my heart. This next sentence touched my heart. "So you're the podcast king in Lafayette."
Ooh.
Aww.
Suck up.
Podcast king. Take
Are
that, everyone else that I don't know is making podcasts in Lafayette.
That means I'm the hand of the king.
Yeah, you are the hand of the king. Somebody asked me. Oh, yeah, Nick.
Hand wipes.
Oh no.
It was Nick Maxon. He's like, I call hand of the king. I was like, sorry, Tyler's got that, but you're definitely on my small council. Says, me and a couple pals have been doing a podcast called The Rock Block about Dwayne The Rock Johnson with a very small audience. Ha ha.
Yeah, he didn't even tell me about it.
What?
Really, it's probably him and his roommate.
What's your thoughts on doing some cross promo sometime? I said, hey, I am down. How would you
just
like to
did.
do such cross promo? He waits 2 days before messaging me back.
Oh, man.
He's putting together like a full business plan. There's fucking charts
There's a
and
lot
pie
more.
graphs.
He's like, shit, I didn't think he'd respond.
There's a bunch more to this message, but I'm just going to read the first sentence. Haha, I definitely got too drunk and forgot to follow up on this.
Ooh, yeah, that might have been...
Oh, wow.
He was telling me about drinking lots of hams and then finding out because they were tall boys. That's more 12, so he set a new record.
Aw, shit.
But then it reminded him that he had a song he'd been working on about... I don't know how much I'm allowed to say. Hams rot. Something about like being poisoned by hams.
Oh,
but
shit.
it took him drinking like a lot of them to remember that he'd started that song like a year ago.
Oh,
That's probably what
Oh my
happened this
God.
weekend.
When are we going to see a Cardor Dick Smash reunion?
What do you mean reunion? We never broke up.
Oh.
We gotta finish album 3 and then ideally some CD release show this year.
Yeah?
So get ready, Lafayette. Hide your dicks.
Yeah. Get ready. Computer's coming back into town.
Do we really need to hide our dicks, or should...
Actually present them.
I was going to say, Blaine and I are members of Dicks Out for our boy Harambe, our Lord and
that's
Savior.
that's right.
Out.
He's got the tattoo, and I've been to his shrine.
You know what?
so-
You'll have to check with the local venues. I don't know which ones have an open dick policy, open carry. Like,
Maybe Jerry Lee's.
yeah, I would think the Doom Room definitely did.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
All right. Well, Doom Room still lives on. It's
In
just
other-
It lives
not
on within us.
a venue.
Yeah, within our packages.
Yeah, I
He
can't
meant
wait.
our dicks.
I can't wait to make our pilgrimage to Cincinnati.
Oh, to
Why are you going there?
fucking Harambe shrine, dude. Is
There's
there
a shrine
anything?
to
to-
Harambe?
There's a shrine at the
Didn't
zoo.
Cincinnati kill Harambe? Isn't that where he lived and then
Yeah,
died?
yeah, it's at the
You
zoo.
know, when I realized that, I was like, yeah, I'd want to be dead too if I lived there. Have you been to Cincinnati?
Actually, Cincinnati's one of the better fucking places in Ohio.
What?
Yeah.
You know his nickname is Cincinnati, right?
Yeah.
Cincinnati's better than fucking Cleveland.
But not
Yeah,
better.
I've never been to
Cleveland,
Cleveland
okay,
sucks.
I've
Okay,
heard
wait a
that
minute.
place sucks.
Imagine Gary, Chicago, and like a landfill combined.
And a
That's
landfill.
Cleveland.
All I know is their rivers caught fire more than once, I believe.
Yep. The actual Christmas Story house, you know, the movie Christmas Story, is in Cleveland, and you can go visit it.
But it takes
to-
place in Gary.
Right.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But you can go visit that house and tour it and shit. It's actually a neat little thing. But it is in the fucking ghettoest place in fucking Cleveland. Like, there are literally crackheads walking up to you like, hey, man, give me $5. Get the fuck away from me. I want to see something from my childhood, not fucking give you money for crack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I post camp out here, because I know people like you are going to show up.
Yep.
I was gonna say I just go to see the crackheads and see parts
6
of my
years ago,
childhood.
I went to Cleveland for the first time and only time so far.
Are you still in pain from that?
It was a really quick trip. We were only there like 2 days, my dad and I, and we went there to go see the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I'd always wanted to see that, so.
That's worth a trip.
The Dwayne Johnson and Roll Hall of Fame plug.
Oh,
There it is.
shit. No, so we go in there, and the building itself is really cool because it's just like a giant glass pyramid.
That's sick.
It is dope, as the kids are saying these days.
Hey there, pal. You watch your language.
Oh, my bad. So I go in there, and it's like immediately it's just like a cafeteria and merch. Yeah.
They get you right out of the gate.
Yeah. And Luckily, our hotel room came with like, our booking that room came with like tickets in, so whatever. The special exhibit there that month was Grateful Dead. Whatever. I'm not a deadhead.
Neither am I, but you have to give
gotta
the Grateful
respect the
Dead
Grateful
respect.
I do give,
Arguably one of the greatest rock bands of all time,
Yeah.
just because of their following.
and because fuck Joe, our friend,
Yeah, fuck Joe.
who thinks
Fuck that
Pink
guy.
Floyd's better than Grateful Dead.
Well, I mean, he's kind of right.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
If I were to,
Come
mean,
on,
Have you
man.
heard Dark Side of the Moon?
I'm not gonna lie. Like, if I
I've
were
heard
to
way
pick
more
between
Pink
the
Floyd
two,
songs than Grateful
yeah.
Dead, so I don't.
If I were to pick between the two, definitely going to go with Pink Floyd. But for the sake of fuck Joe,
I mean, yeah,
Grateful
still
Dead.
fuck Joe. We don't need
Yeah,
a
fuck
reason.
him.
I would
Fuck
rather
Joe.
listen to
I don't even know
Pink
this
or
guy.
to Grateful Dead just because of Scarlet Begonias. I mean, if anybody's a Sublime fan, you have to appreciate Grateful Dead. And Grateful
not.
Dead still has fucking people following them on tour.
yeah.
So Pink Floyd doesn't. Sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they had a Grateful Dead exhibit, which we visited at the very end of our jaunt through it all, and so I'm going through all this stuff, seeing all this rock and roll history. I saw Ted Nugent's guitar.
Hell
clear.
yeah. Sweaty Teddy. That's my
Yeah.
boy.
Uncle Ted.
I saw him once in South Bend.
Yeah.
How was
Right
that?
up in the front, man.
Hell
It was
yeah.
seriously one of the best shows ever.
Did
That guy
he-
throws down.
Oh hell yeah, I bet he does.
Yeah.
He's been in a lot of controversy the last couple of years, being super huge
think
Trump
forever.
supporter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Patriot.
he's like super fucking.
I'm jealous of how American he is.
I know, right?
He rides he used to ride a buffalo
Yeah.
on stage.
He definitely did that in Guitar Hero.
Right?
But so I see that. I see a bunch of other shit. Jimi Hendrix's guitar.
That's
I saw a when we saw like they had like a whole room dedicated to like bands of the region, which is like the Midwest.
Oh, that's cool.
They had a drum head from Chimera.
It's just
in
the
there.
Northwest of
Yes.
Indiana.
Yes.
It's the worst place on
But
earth.
out of everything in there, they had the Thriller jacket, like it was either the Thriller jacket or the Beat It jacket. Michael Jackson.
What color was it?
It was red. It was Beat It.
Yeah, that's Beat It jacket. Son of a bitch.
Beat it, jacket, whack it, whatever.
They had
Got
Got a little
Elvis's,
jerk joke in there.
They had Elvis's blue suede shoes. I wasn't allowed to take pictures of any of this, by the way, on
These are all fake.
my
cellular
phone.
Oh, they wanted to get
The
get
flash
you guys to get
photography will damage the merchandise.
By the way, Aaron was just messaging me. He was listening for a bit, but he had to stop because he's at work and he didn't want to get caught, I guess. But I said that we had a laugh at his Hams weekend, and he said, I still kind of feel off from that.
R.I.P. Aaron's chat life.
Getting old now. The
Yeah.
4-day hangover.
The coolest thing I saw in all of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame was
Was the sign that says now leaving Cleveland.
well, there was that. That was awesome. That was fucking awesome. But way cooler than that was Kurt Cobain's death certificate.
Wow.
I was
That's an
like-
interesting thing
I was
to
like,
have in there.
this is dark as fuck, but awesome.
Did Courtney Love sell that to them for money?
Well, I was gonna say real
Probably.
quick.
How do
What-
they have that?
What's everybody's opinion? Did he kill himself or was he murdered?
He
Real
killed
quick.
himself.
I think he killed himself, but I like to think that Courtney Love murdered him just because, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm
Conspiracy.
kind of on the same boat. Like, I mean, I'm just angry at Courtney Love just because fucking.
She's Courtney Love. And
I don't know
she's-
anything
pretty
about
much-
her.
She's literally
I just-
a walking trash
conspiracies
can.
are kind of
Oh
funny.
yeah,
Yeah,
oh,
right.
Yeah.
I think he was murdered myself, but
I don't.
I
I
digress.
think it's pretty. It's really suspicious. Maybe he was. Maybe he was.
We'll never know.
And if he was, then
The government already knows.
Yes,
Yeah.
they do.
they do.
The government.
Watch what we say, though.
Fuck them.
If a sniper just takes me out right now, guys,
No
don't.
lights.
You're by the
Go
window.
out.
You're
What,
fucked.
right? Like
Down with the
they just
government.
they just got that thermal optic shit going on. And they just know exactly where I am.
They've actually got a chip embedded in the back of your neck.
Oh, so then my head just explodes if
Yep.
I just say like the one phrase that I'm not supposed to say or something.
Yep.
I think Cher is actually a really good.
Yep.
So we leave the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame a lot earlier than we thought. I mean, we spent a good 2 hours in there, but still had a lot of day left. And right beside there is what we thought was going to be a really cool museum. it was like not at all.
Whoa.
What was it a museum of?
It was basically like a children's center for learning, and they had like some okay stuff in there, like to like stimulate their minds and whatnot.
You went in and you're like, yeah, I already knew that.
Yeah,
Definitely knew that. Boring.
Was it the Zoolander School of Learning?
I have watched Soaked in Bleach. Nate Phillips, Podfather and host of Journey into Comics, Voice of Survival, Journey into Wrestling, and Foodies Watching Movies. Plug.
Shout out to my dad for watching the podcast.
He popped in the chat, says
I wonder if my
Kurt
dad's
Cobain
watching.
was murdered, and to watch Soaked in Bleach on Netflix. I have watched that. It was a really interesting watch because it had supposed recordings of Courtney Love and the private eye that she hired to find Kurt Cobain, because he apparently like disappeared
Right.
for like a couple weeks.
Well, if I lived with Courtney Love, I'd disappear too.
Right.
I was gonna say.
Oh man, I watched the what was it? They had like a Kurt Cobain like biopic or autobiography thing a couple years ago on HBO. I can't remember what it was called, but it had like actual footage of like his personal life and all that shit. And I saw Courtney Love's tits way too many times. I do not approve.
At least they were tits
I mean-
and not dicks.
Yeah, I may have seen Kurt Cobain's dick in that as well.
She
But
takes off her shirt and it's just two dicks.
That sounds like a song I have to write right now, tonight.
Jot that
We're gonna
shit
cut
down.
this short.
oh yeah, Montage of Heck.
Oh, isn't that on Netflix?
No, it was on HBO.
Oh.
It was
Thought I
HBO
saw it
exclusive.
somewhere recently and was like, yeah, I might check that out.
I
I don't know where I was now because I only have Netflix.
It's
so-
interesting because he recorded a lot of like cassettes of just like him just either talking or just doing things, and there's like all this audio out there, and is that your dad?
That's my dad. Thanks,
Frank McLaughlin
Should I
says
text my dad and be
Courtney
like,
Love
Dad, you watching
smells
this?
like a dumpster in real life. But okay, so
Wow.
in Montage of Heck, there's like all these like little recordings that he did, and it was really interesting because they had someone actually go in and animate him, like do like animations of him do what they think he's doing in these recordings, and it was really interesting. I enjoyed it. I watched that a couple years ago.
I'll have to check that out.
It's worth a watch. But anyway, so before we get too far into this, I'd like to go ahead and plug the network. I mean, might as well. So here on Podcastrophe, we belong to the Journey into Comics network. You can find us by subscribing to us on at Journey into Comics at Podbean, iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher Radio, all that stuff, Google Play, and you get like 10 shows. That's a show like every single day.
Are you on LinkedIn yet?
I don't know.
That's all I have.
That's all you have. We might be on Vero, whatever the fuck that is. It just popped up. Have you seen Vero? It's apparently like.
I haven't had a computer since 2009,
Yeah.
so
But you have a phone.
Wow.
That's
I
essentially
applaud
the
you.
computer.
He's had it. They've had a computer.
My grandma doesn't have a computer. She's never had internet either. It's pretty cool.
I'd die. Like quite literally, just wither away.
I'm dead inside.
I mean, you have a computer, and your computer drums for you. So
Yeah. Yep.
Hell yeah.
I tell him what to do though.
you think you do.
He is actually.
Everybody thinks they can.
You know
control
what?
their
I do
drummer.
want to. While we're on that topic, Computer is balls deep in the first full length Moons of Uranus album. He's recording it right now. Like he's just been writing and recording nonstop. Like just for like over a month now. He's really going at it.
I
So
gotta
I'm
say-
hoping I think he's hoping in the next few months that'll be done.
Yeah. In all your reviews for Car Door Dick Smash, everybody
I like that you just have this up.
just like completely shits on your band in the reviews, but they absolutely love Computer. Computer gets high praise.
Yeah, I love how too like
Starting with
there's
Your
like
highest
everyone hates the vocals and then loves the drums, and it's like I would have flipped those around. I thought the drums were the worst. They're obviously fake, and we didn't even spend that much money on them.
so people got onto the Encyclopedia Metallum.
I always say metal.
And
I
you
don't
guys are
know.
actually on here. Somebody put you on here.
Like 2 years ago now.
And they put all your work on here and chronicled the fact that you guys exist. And people actually reviewed your fucking work. And I'm going to go back real quick. And so all your work has reviews. Well, except for the Scum Shark single from 2016. Dong Mangler.
That's the. I don't even remember actually releasing that EP. I thought Aaron and I jokingly said we'd make that, but I don't remember even doing that. And it's on there, and it has a review, and I'm like, you didn't even hear it. That's bullshit.
Dong Mangler, the EP from 2014, has one review, and it's a 22% review.
Like, if you click on that, what songs are even on that?
Let me see. Retirement Home Buffet, Cardboard Dick Smacks. Sandpaper Colon Cleanse, Puke to Death, Party at the Scum Pit, Passing Out at the Wheel of My 98 Dutch Oven and Careening into Oncoming Traffic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Eaten Alive.
Eaten Alive and Discovery of the Body.
Yeah.
All these songs
are on the first album.
All of these songs are usually less than 2 minutes, around a minute mark. The longest song is 2 minutes, 27 seconds. The album itself is 11 minutes, 44 seconds.
Oh, it's an EP?
Yeah, you're right. The review by 5 Nails. This was October 23rd of last year. This is rather recent. What does he have to say about your fucking EP?
The funny thing, too, someone made this profile for us on here, like, on Thanksgiving 2016, or maybe the day before, because I was driving to my mom's for Thanksgiving, and, like, I heard my phone, I had some, like, Facebook messages, and when I got home and looked at it, I had, like, 2 or 3 messages from complete strangers, and they're all like, oh, I saw your band on the encyclopedia, like, do you guys have shirts? And I'm like, who the hell are you? Get away. Like, no, I don't have shirts.
So,
but I'll have them in a week.
Maybe.
People reviewed your albums, and they shit all over them. Like, they took their review so seriously. Car Door Dick Smash is the kind of lowbrow, humorous goof on thrash metal that is best left unconsumed, only taken off of a record shop shelf.
So you can stop right there with the review. This guy, I don't know why he continued after that.
Yeah. Examined for a quick laugh and then left unlistened to and forgotten while remaining wrapped in its dust-gathering cellophane.
That's exactly
While
what
some bands may want to wax poetic about Metallica's early days or creators' contributions through their own attempts at cutting-edge modern thrash, Car Door Dick Smash's contribution to thrash can be summed up in the lyrics of the 43 seconds long Puke to Death. Don't get me wrong, Dong Mangler is totally awesome for one fun drunken listen. When you've run out of things to hear and your ears are already deadened to the rising volume of the sound system with every fresh drink. Once you get past the initial hysterical laughgasm and get to the nitty-gritty of this band, you realize that it's a lot of quick explosions of awfulness and porcelain echoes. As how any night of heavy drinking like this would end when a band throws so many bad ideas down its throat in such quick succession. The band's name has its absurd charm. The song titles will have you laughing at first glance. Even the aforementioned song is worth a chuckle when you give it a listen. But Dong Mangler is laughing at first glance. Is obnoxious in more ways than only its upfront humor. It is also awful production, terrible vocals, and an all-around childish and reprehensible excuse for music. Computer, the band's tireless drum machine, gives Mortician a run for its money and is by far the most talented member of the band, as the choked vocals drip with bile and putridity, while the guitars play with the quintessentially noodly rotation of whirling that characterizes the overbearing energy of thrash aggression, no matter how exhausted the rest of the band becomes.
Yeah, that's how I'd describe this.
And this goes on for like two more paragraphs.
I didn't even finish that paragraph.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
I didn't even finish that, and there's still 2 more.
I mean, normally I would shit on people's
this guy's kind of
knowledge of the English language, but that guy really had it put together.
All of these reviews. They're all actually really well written.
You gotta give him a thumbs up for that.
All 5 of these reviews. The next review of their full-length self-titled album
is that 1%?
Is 1%. Fully Torqued.
Forward progress from there on out, though. So,
Fully Torqued, your 2016 full length. I reviewed that on Drunk Octopus. It has 3 reviews and an average of 10%.
And oh
Yeah,
my
and these are, look how
God.
long these are.
That's
Jesus
Oh my
Christ.
goodness.
People actually
That blows my
review
mind.
this shit.
Because like I read a lot of reviews on here, and some like smaller bands, the reviews are like, "Oh, this album sucked," and like that's it. But like these are,
Me
like,
no
I don't
likey.
understand who went through the trouble to be like, "All right." Like, is it some guy like
right.
you at some other local zine, and they're like, "All right, this is on my plate today. I have to review it for work. 1,000 words is my what I have to."
Single space.
It's so ridiculous. I don't understand it, but and they are all just like that first review. Like they are shitting all over them with great verbiage.
Except computer.
Except for
Everyone loves
computer.
computer. My favorite, one of them, I think it was the one for Fully Torqued. They said something about the low vocals, which are me, and they said it was like a horrible incantation ripoff. And I was thinking, like, I'm really bad at ripping off Autopsy on vocals because they completely missed that.
I mean, they're not. None of those reviews are wrong.
Not really, yeah. That's pretty much true. I don't know what else
Like,
you wanted.
I don't know how to like. They're throwing all this negative shit at me, and I'm just like, man, this is they got
Like,
it.
yeah, you're
they
on it.
understand.
You know the music now.
You guys get it.
I mean, I like that one where he said it's like only good maybe once for a really drunken spin, and I'm like, yeah.
wonder-
End of review. That's what our goal was,
I wonder if I can.
and we're never gonna stop. So get ready.
I wonder if I can find my review of you guys's.
Yeah, you should upload it. 100%. 99%. Be like, I knocked it off because the drums are clearly triggered, and I'm not all about that.
So, oh wow. So Drunk Octopus apparently doesn't exist anymore. Hold on, we'll find it.
Oh no.
Oh no, no Drunk Octopus anymore. Oh well. That sucks. I had a good review on there.
I remember it. Vaguely. I just
I'm
remember
glad.
it was good-ish.
I wonder if no, I don't. I don't still have it on here. I don't even think I wrote it on here. I think I wrote it on either on my laptop or I just wrote it directly on the website. I don't know.
Probably
yeah.
direct to the website.
I
I don't
gave
think
you
you'd want
guys-
to keep it.
I give you guys high praise. Kinda.
I would do at least average. Just be like, they're okay.
I was like, I straight up said, I was like, Cardboard Dick Smash, they're not really my cup of tea, but, you know, people around here love them. And, you know,
Weirdly enough.
I was like, I can get it. I can jam it at, like, live. But the thing I love most about it is the song titles. Christopher Columbus is a dick.
Dude, he was. My grandma loves that song. by the
Terrorists
way.
are dicks.
I was pushing with Aaron. I wanted to do a full album where like every song is like so-and-so is a dick.
My favorite song title, I think, was Forced Draino Chug.
Did I tell you the story of that one?
No, go for it.
I told Aaron sometime, I don't know, like 2 years ago whenever I was writing it, and I just had this idea. I was like, I got an idea for a song that I started writing where a guy kills a guy by force-feeding him Draino, and Aaron's just like, that happened. A guy who went to our high school killed a guy by force-feeding him Draino, and I was like,
God damn it.
I was like, are you serious? And they made a movie about him with starring Macaulay Culkin.
What?
It's called Party Monster.
Yes.
That guy
Holy shit.
went to our high school, like, I think he graduated in, like, the 90s or like, way
Yeah.
before us. But, like, yeah, I guess apparently this dude, I don't know, something, he was in New York and, like, someone owed him drug money or something, and he ended up killing a guy by, like, either injecting or force-feeding him Draino. I think in the police report it was unclear, but Draino was involved. So then I started writing the lyrics kind of about that, because I was like, well, shit, this is historical now.
That's amazing.
Just
Where
like
did you guys go to school?
Penn High School
Okay.
in Mishawaka.
Shit.
But, like, it's just funny, because I was like, you know, if you listen to a lot of Cannibal Corpse and other death metal bands who've got every type of murder covered, I was like, no one's written a song about Draino. And then turns out, like, that happened. That's already been a thing. I was like,
But
damn,
nobody wrote a song about it.
that I know of.
Yeah.
And now don't even try, guys, because we already did it, and it's incredible. You'll never get...
Speaking, that's the highest he's ever spoken of his music.
That song is pretty sweet. It's a
Draino
crowd
Chug.
favorite.
It's incredible.
The fans love it.
Now your next song needs to be about fucking kids eating Tide Pods.
That's a little trendy.
It's too trendy for Car Door Dick Smash.
My dad just texted me and said one of his girlfriends in high school drank Draino at a party.
Jesus.
He said, pink foamy vomitus. Thanks, Dad.
Thank you.
Where were you when I was writing those lyrics? That would have been great.
Right? He can send these things in the
I
in
just
the
assumed
chat.
once
I know,
it like
he
starts
probably went to
getting
make
in
a
you,
sandwich or something.
Gotcha.
I figured it would just eat right through your esophagus and just burn a hole through you.
Honestly.
I'm sure it would.
Or you just
eventually.
wouldn't be plugged up anymore.
Well, Draino is sodium hydroxide, so it's caustic. So
Gotcha.
in
You're
the-
not even supposed to use it on your pipes.
Nope. So
Really?
Only use it if you're renting.
in the movie Fight Club, when Brad Pitt dumps that shit on
Edward Norton's hand.
Edward Norton's hand, that's caustic. That's Draino.
Okay. Wow.
When it gets on your skin, it doesn't dissolve the skin, it dissolves the fat in the skin, and that's how you make soap out of it. If you get it in your eye, you'll instantly be blind permanently.
That's fun.
Yep.
The
Little
more you know.
Little fun facts for you.
The more you know. Tyler, do you have anything you want to talk about today?
Yeah, I got a couple things.
Let's hear it.
Right out of the gate, I'm going to go into something that I saw when I got home yesterday. I turned on the TV, didn't change the channel or anything, and Dr. Phil was on.
Uh-huh.
My daughter was running around playing, so I just sat there and kind of paid attention. And the guest that Dr. Phil had yesterday was a guy who had just gotten out of prison. He served like 7 to 10 years in prison for having sex with his daughter when she was 12 years old.
Okay.
And it goes through this whole big tirade of him and Dr. Phil going back. You know, they've got to increase the production value
Yes, of course.
to get the ratings. But this guy is like obviously slightly mentally handicapped. And he's like, well, she always could have said no. This was consensual. And Dr. Phil's like, children can't consent. And they just kept going back and forth. And he's like, being on the sex registry is ruining my life. Well, that's the fucking idea, you douchebag. You don't fuck your kids, number one. You don't fuck 12-year-olds, number two. Fucking people. Jesus Christ.
That's funny that he like is admitting to it, but then he's like, that sex offender list is ruining my life.
Man,
Yeah.
fuck that thing.
He's and
Like, dude, you're on Dr. Phil admitting to having sex with your 12-year-old
he had
daughter.
a really bad speech impediment.
Hey,
So
man,
it was really
Hey, man, like, I
it was
just don't get it. Fuck that registry.
that's kind of
fucking
how his
ruined me.
speech impediment was, but
Fucking
there was
ruined me, man.
there was a lot of this thrown in with it.
They fucking ruined my life. I'm like, goddamn.
But he's like, I can't get an apartment. I can't go to the grocery store because there's kids there. That's the fucking point.
Jeez.
It's almost as if like our actions have consequences or something.
Right. No
Wow.
fucking shit.
Like,
You know, okay, so honestly.
Not
you,
at Subaru, they don't.
you know how we solve kids or adults
Well,
fucking
guy
kids?
from the show, if you're listening, Subaru is probably going to hire you.
Yeah, that's right.
Not
But-
a plug, not a defamation. I've heard
We've
it.
hired fucking child molesters before.
You know how we solve fucking people fucking kids? You fucking hang them in the street in front of everybody, and then it's like, hey, you know, maybe I shouldn't fuck kids, but that guy got hanged for doing it, so I probably shouldn't do that.
You gibbet
fair.
them.
Oh, hell yeah. Then fucking let them starve to death.
Maybe if
You know what a gibbet is?
What's that?
It's the cage that you always see, like in pirate movies, where
Oh, yeah,
people
yeah,
are
yeah.
fucking in. That's a gibbet.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, I'm down for that.
Yeah.
Or if there were to be a Thunderdome, have them as kind of like fodder.
Well, we always need a Thunderdome, but here's
Yeah.
the thing. You get a fucking child molester that can defend himself, and then he's just out there, you know, wrecking the Thunderdome. You don't want to give these fucking people incentives, so you gotta, like, cut one of their legs off.
Yeah,
Or,
bring
Oh,
back
yeah,
the
like I
chain
said-
gang. We have so many potholes.
Like I said,
Hell yeah.
they're fodder. That's all they are.
Right.
Like obviously cripple them to a point where they're not gonna make it.
I would say cut their dick
and
off,
they're
number
not
one.
gonna have a good time.
I mean, Theon Greyjoy got his dick cut off.
he also had his duck cut off though.
That's right.
Yeah, no more duck. No more
Yeah.
duck.
My duck ran away. I'm going to talk about it.
Oh, triggered.
A little bit.
A little triggered. Bad topic.
All I'm saying is like 1 or 2 child molesters in a pit 52 midgets, all with butter knives.
Are these gay black midgets or just midgets?
I mean, can you find 52 gay black midgets? Just kind of.
That probably
Is that a
really
Craigslist?
Hey,
Internet, are you listening?
Get on Pornhub right now and type in gay black midget. You will be
Also,
fucking amazed.
Jeez.
Gay. Okay, type in gay black midget, comma 50 guy cream pie. It's got to be out there.
God.
It's
Also,
got to be out there.
Chad, if you know
great
anywhere,
porn series,
feel
by the
free-
way.
Feel free to link us.
Gay black midgets or 50 guy green pie?
50 guy cream pie.
Okay. I'm a big
Duh.
fan of gay black midgets, but not on. Yeah, I mean I am, but so the next topic I have, get my fucking technology pulled back up here. You and I saw an interesting thing on Facebook the other day. It takes place in Korea, South Korea specifically, not those communist bastards in the north. The penis park. You don't remember this?
Yes, I have that ready to go. By the way,
Did you share that on Facebook? I feel like I saw that recently and gave it a like. I'm always like drifting in and out of the internet, and I don't know where I've been or what I saw, but like, yeah, this is weirdly familiar.
Oh.
here we go. We're gonna watch this video. Welcome to the penis park.
Carter Dick Smash should play there.
Those are some big veiny triumphant bastards.
So I haven't watched this yet.
Oh, I watched the whole
I,
thing.
I saved it so I can watch it now
It was originally
Little bit-
erected.
to satisfy.
They couldn't have say built.
Legend says her sensual spirit drove away the fish
I love the dick totem.
So,
until a fisherman released his semen into the water.
What?
Holy shit! Which brought back obviously. There's a bunch of Korean men statues just
bags full of peckers.
holding their dicks.
That's a dick kraken.
oh my god. With tourists coming from all around.
Got him.
Oh my god, these guys are laying on dick
Wow.
benches just to see the vein attractions.
That's a dick gecko.
That's a dick gecko. Tag a mate
Dick Cannon.
who would love to choke out this place.
No,
Choke out.
I misread it. Actually, it says
no. In
check out.
this place's defense,
was all
who
me.
doesn't want a dick cannon?
That
I
is
mean,
true.
if I could
incredible.
drive there, I'd check it out.
Hell yeah!
Ah, Alex Jones.
The frogs
He'll
are
get
gay. The turn of the frogs gay.
No, what I did see that, but I was also, because of course, Carter Dick Smash, Penis Park in South Korea. If you're listening, you can book us.
Yeah.
Pay
Internet-
for our plane
make-
tickets.
Make Cardor Dick Smash International.
But there's also a penis museum in Iceland,
Really?
and I was like, we'll play there.
That is
they
much-
want us.
Hell
That
yeah!
is much closer.
Yeah. It's also I'd much rather go to Iceland.
Your
than
dad said
Korea.
worth a visit.
My dad so eloquently in the comments says that place has great hot dogs right in front of the park with a
I bet they
twist
do.
or worth a visit. I thought at first it said with a twist.
Oh, does it not have a twist?
I wish it said that.
Just hot dogs.
So
I feel bad though for that girl. Like that girl died, and they're
That's
like,
what I'm
let's
saying.
erect a park of
That's exactly-
penises.
yeah,
like,
exactly.
was she really?
Oh, she died.
Was she really into penises? Like
That bitch was that.
Oh, I thought it said she died.
Oh, okay. So basically, it was just a.
She died
so
a
woman
virgin.
became-
On like their honeymoon, they didn't get to have sex.
Consummate their marriage.
So they're rubbing it in her face by being like, "Here's 1,000 dicks."
Yes.
None of them are gonna be
land of
yours.
Penis.
Her virginity was driving all the fish away. People were starving.
And then a dude just
Wow.
decided, hey, you know what would be a real good idea? Let's just jack off into the ocean right now.
All of us.
Every single one of us.
A whole line of dicks.
Anytime I'm at
The
the
whole
ocean,
line
I
of
jerk
fishermen
into it.
furiously going at it.
So in the vein. In the vein.
I see
of,
what you did there, you son of a bitch.
Asian phallic traditions. Do you guys know where the term bukkake came from?
Lay it on
Sounds
us.
Asian.
Hit me, tube sock.
So it's from Japan, and I don't know 100% the validity of this. I saw it somewhere a long time ago. I don't know where, but here we go.
Hold on real quick. My dad put in the comments that he's been to that museum in Iceland.
Really?
And he said it's full of hot Viking chicks. So
I would like to.
I would like
meet
to-
your dad and go to that museum.
hell yeah.
Fucking chicks with some big icy dicks.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, are they
It's a
tending?
lot- I
Are
think
they
it's a lot
tending
of
big
animal.
icy dicks, or just do they have big icy dicks?
I mean, that just depends on how much you're paying there.
All right,
bud.
fair enough.
So bukkake.
So bukkake.
Back to that part.
Bukkake. I read, and like I said, I'm not 100% sure on the validity of this, but here we go. Bukkake started as a form of Japanese execution.
Wow.
Okay.
For
I'm very
women-
aroused.
For women who committed adultery. Basically,
They drowned on semen?
Yes. The townsmen, the townsmen would just basically line up and just fucking circle around her and just jerk off until they came, and she would just have so much cum she would drown.
Jesus.
And you know, from what I understand, the women of Asia are the people in Asia in general are all about honor. So if you get
Bukkake.
if you get
Shame and dishonor to your family.
if you get convicted of something, like you accept it, you know, like you're say, yep, I guess I murdered this guy.
Better
I
let
did
a
it.
bunch of dudes jizz all over my face for it.
I guess I fucked another guy out of
Then
wedlock.
they just started using it for all punishments, like a guy robbed a convenience store, and they're like, line up.
Guys, we
He's
like there's some other
damn
stuff.
it.
Guys, we
Thanks
get to do
for
it
that.
again. It's Wednesday.
Every Wednesday's punishment
It's
day.
Bukkake Wednesday. Who's getting it today? I don't know. Fuck that guy.
I was gonna say Phil from around the corner, but no.
This guy ran a red light. Get the bukkake line up.
Yeah.
Come on.
Hell yeah.
After it's all
Come back
said,
next week for your execution.
You think they were like standing in a line, jacking it, and it's like, hey, how's life at home? You know,
They gotta-
talking to
they
the guy
gotta
to
be
your left.
edging in line the whole
I kind of
time.
wondered. I always wondered watching 50 Guy Cream Pie if that's what they were talking about.
which is
Only 50? Have you seen the Houston 500?
Whoa.
Houston 5. I don't even
You
wanna
can look that up
imagine.
later.
But yeah, that's the story of Bukkake.
I appreciate that.
And centuries later.
That's hilarious and might also be a song that I'll write in the future.
do it. Do
Aaron,
it.
if you're listening,
That
I think
way-
that's
The
yours.
Ballad of Bukkake.
Whether it's real or not, it's just
Wookie
hilarious.
Bukkake.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, execution by Bukkake. Execution by semen. I don't know. I'll work on the title.
Death by semen.
Strangled by semen.
Death by dicks.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
God, that sounds horrible.
And the chat just died. like,
Everyone's like, and I'm out.
yeah.
That's, you know what? Did you already
Hi,
plan
Alyssa.
this? Because I
How's it
just
going?
realized you did tell me this would be about Bukkake.
No, I
earlier
didn't
today.
plan that.
How do
all.
we always get on dicks? Like the topic of dicks.
It just happens.
His
okay?
name is Dick, probably.
It just happens.
Yeah, I
It
guess.
just happens.
Hi there, welcome to Podcastrophe. Dick, 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 dick,
Yeah.
dick, dick, dick.
All the
It's all dicks in the end.
It's all dicks in the end. Yeah.
It's all dicks in the end. Jamie Lannister said that on Game of Thrones.
Thank you for
Did he
that.
really?
Spoiler alert.
Jesus, I'm still waiting for the next book. I haven't watched the last 2 seasons. 'cause
All right,
The 5th season was crap, and I hated it, so I stopped
Fifth
watching
season was
it.
rather slow, I'll admit it.
I was just mad that it went way off the books.
Martin is going
course.
to die before that last book comes out.
He's
I'm
making-
sorry.
Oh, man.
He is going to
Hey.
fucking have coronary heart
He's
failure.
making 2 more books.
He better not.
He's not going to get one of them
No,
out
he's
before
not.
he
He's like
fucking
not
dies.
even 70. He
My
can do it.
favorite
He's too
meme-
rich
He's
to
like
die now.
700 pounds. He's going to jerk himself off to death.
My favorite meme is him in like one of those like clear orb balls. And it's like, and here we see George R.R. Martin doing everything but writing the new book.
Aaron just texted me and said he's vetoing the Bukkake song, so shit, alright, I guess it's...
Well, I guess it's up to computer.
Solo project.
No, he's the voice of reason. As he pointed out, we can only have like one Dick song per album because we don't... It's a slippery slope to porno grind
Well,
if you keep writing that
Why
stuff.
don't you just so one song write
I've got
it-
like 10 in the bank right now, though, so like
The
maybe
spank-
album 12 or something.
10 in the spank.
Well, there
I
you
was
go.
going to say, is
Yeah.
that bank called the Spank Bank?
No more dicks. We can't keep talking about it. Then we'll be remembered for all the wrong reasons.
That's fair.
That is fair.
That's fair.
Remember us not for our humor, but by our dicks.
All the dicks.
AJ, do you have anything you'd like to talk about? Is there any like I guess I should have prefaced like for you guys to be like, hey, if there's anything you guys want to talk about.
You're totally
Bring
fine.
it to the show.
I guess here's a question for everybody here. Have any of you played Dungeons and Dragons?
Yeah, I
by
play
any
D&D
chance?
every Saturday.
I love me some
Nope.
D&D. So
I tried.
All the D's.
for all the D's. Back to the dicks. Dicks and dicks and Dungeons and dicks. So for those of you who don't know, maybe in the chat, or if you guys have never played before, it's a role-playing game that essentially, like, you use your imagination
Theater of mind.
to basically do whatever. Like, maybe you'll be put on a quest to go fight a dragon in a castle somewhere.
You're such a fucking
But
nerd.
right? It's amazing.
Right? I'm awesome! Nerd.
Hey, that's our word.
I like
Nerd.
how you didn't say anything to me, and I play it every fucking Saturday.
Right. But I actually I DM a campaign, and somebody that you may know, Dave Chips.
Yes.
He is in my party.
He's been on this show.
Really?
Yes.
Dave Chips into D&D.
Oh,
Yes.
I can
he
see
actually
it.
got me into D&D. It was
Wow.
actually pretty
Dave,
sick.
how come we never talk D&D? Jesus.
Right?
That may or
Spoiler.
may not be coming in the future.
Spoiler alert, he may be on the show next week.
Yes.
Hopefully.
Yeah, and you can ask him about this story too, because it was a pretty good time. Basically, what happened is we were going through this room, and there was a mysterious glowing orb in the corner. And
Was it the drift globe?
It was not a drift globe.
Okay.
It was a enchanted item that when people got near it, everybody kind of like lost their minds a little bit, and they started like working their way towards a trap in order to get away from the magical item. So when one of the party members was talking about how you have to destroy the item, the only glowing orb in the room, my friend, who is in the party, is talking to the other dude. He's like, "You have to destroy it," and the dude looks at him dead in the face and says, "Which one?" The only one in the room, and he just goes, "Which one?" Ironically enough, he has the lowest intelligence out of the entire group. But
I love
yeah,
low int characters.
low intelligence characters are probably the best. Which is pretty funny because we have this giant hulking, like almost rock beast dude that David likes to play, and he has more intelligence than this guy. And I won't mention names, Zach Davidson, but
Oh.
oh.
Fellow Brews with Dudes.
Zach
alumni.
may or may not have touched my penis once.
Back on the dick train, I
Yep.
see.
Yep.
It's a
We're off
curse.
for like 2
I
minutes.
didn't need to hear that story though. How did that happen?
We'll get into that another time.
We said we've
Okay.
we've reached the maximum dick capacity for this episode. We need to move on to the next one.
You don't want this to be a porno grind podcast. It's a slippery slope. You'll never get out of it. Like,
We always
Maybe-
go there.
That is a possible type.
we're just barely hanging on to the edge. We're trying to stay out of it.
possible
but
episode title.
Be sure to like, comment, subscribe.
Porno Grind Podcast.
porno grindastrophe.
What?
Don't you distract us, woman. Where's our sandwiches?
Oof.
You already said your title.
What was my title? Miranda?
Bukkake Wednesday.
Oh, Bukkake. No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
You're
I
a
said
Wednesday.
That's your title, 'cause today's Wednesday. You record Wednesday, and there's your title.
Oh, yeah, true.
Wednesdays.
That was
And
last
dicks.
week's episode. What, Jennifer? What are you talking about? Last week's episode was Sexual Fury.
Maybe one day.
By last week, I mean tomorrow, because we record next week's episode before the next episode appears the next day.
Right.
So for those watching live, Sexual Fury episode 26 goes up tomorrow. That was a fun one.
Sexual furries.
Sexual Fury. But I had the. We talked about furries in the episode. So
well, not just furries. Juggalo furries. Did you guys know that fucking Juggalo furries existed?
I did not, but no.
I have hella furry stories, but no juggalo.
say.
I gotta rock a piss. I'll return.
oh
I just wanted to
fuck!
drop
You
a
can't
bomb.
just do. You can't just drop a bomb like that and then be like, I got pissed. Bye.
How dare you?
Oh, sorry.
Holy shit! What a bomb to drop,
Right?
pal.
I got tons of furry stories, and I'll tell them right after this.
Next
Right
week on
after-
Dragon Ball Z.
Furry.
Get the fuck out of here.
Was there not enough intensity to it, or was it not long enough?
You
Or
sounded
was it not
you
7
sounded
episodes?
like a gay black midget trying to take a shit.
Was it not 7 episodes long? I'm sorry.
You are a fucking disgrace.
You're a disgrace.
I am.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, guys.
I love you.
So AJ, you've been podcasting a minute now.
I have. I've been
Guesting.
podcasting for... Yes, I've definitely been guesting for a while.
What do you think?
It's honestly, it's a lot more fun than I don't want to say it's a lot more fun than I thought it would be. Because obviously, it's gonna be fun when you do cool things with your
Yeah.
friends. But like, there's a lot more that goes into it than I thought it was. Because like at first, I mean, we're doing Brews With Dudes. When we first started, it was basically just like everybody kind of holding mics, some people sharing them, and then just like, here's a recorder, we press this button, here we go.
Yeah.
But now it's like we have like a system set up, and like, you know, we talk about all the different types of brews that we drink and stuff
Yeah.
like that, and basically just get sloshed and talk about a bunch of random bullshit towards the end.
It's a lot of fun.
It's so good.
It's so much fun.
Having a system makes it more fun. You know, I'm normally the proponent of chaos and disorder in things, but when you have, like him and I do, we go through the same routines every week, and it makes it that much more enjoyable, especially when we have guests and we can interact. We don't have to worry about all the other shit because our routine is in place.
Right.
So
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure I've said it on Brews With Dudes before. I enjoy doing shows with you because you're a really well-spoken person. Like you don't freeze up and you're not shy with the microphone. You just talk. You know?
right.
Oh yeah. Which sometimes it'll be about, you know, the complete opposite direction of wherever the fuck we were taking a
That's
conversation.
fine. But the way you talk, you can actually speak. So that's nice. It's nice to have that.
A flow.
Yeah, it's nice for someone who hosts, you know.
Right. Yeah.
It's nice to have guests that can, you know, talk.
And not just sit there and, you know, hold the mic 15 feet away from their face and shit
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Just kind of mumbling.
Jennifer says last week's episode should have been called 50 Shades of Cameron's Love Life.
Stop staring at me, Swan.
First of all, that is way too long of a title.
Yeah.
Not really.
Second of all, I actually, for the episode description, I said part of the description was 50 Shades of Cameron.
We
So
did everything you're
I did
asking
use
for.
that. I did use that. So, what are we gonna do? Like, we should have like Jennifer on for a show.
I would like to have Jennifer on for a show.
I don't think she would do the show, but
I think I've only heard her speak actually 3 times.
Really?
So, yeah.
it'd be hilarious because like we'd invite her here for a show and she wouldn't actually guess. She'd just be sitting in the corner commenting,
Staring.
staring, and she'd be watching the show and just commenting
Yeah. Scowling.
to us, scowling. Yes,
Yeah.
terrible resting bitch face.
Let's hear about some furries.
That's what I was.
Oh, yeah.
I was wondering about this.
Yeah, 2
So I
weeks in
was-
a row we talk about furries.
I was totally just pissing and not coming up with furry stories to tell you. My
fair.
my sister has all the actual stories. I'm just getting these from her because she draws furries for people on the internet for a living. That's what she does. She freelances art.
That's really fucking
It is-
badass.
It's cool. I think it's awesome because she's like her own boss. So she only works like 300 hours a week, so it's pretty casual. But I guess furries, because like it's an old thing. People have been doing that, I think, since like the 80s.
yeah.
So like she was saying, a lot of the people are older and have nice jobs and have money. So like if you're gonna try to do art online, she's like, you gotta get into the furries. But she'll go to the conventions and just like sell art and then get drunk at the bar. And she was telling me before, she's like, occasionally you'll get a guy who like will ask for something really creepy. But I guess last year or a couple years ago, she was telling me like the hottest trend was I think it was called like anthropomorphic diapering. Have you heard of that? I have no idea if that's the correct term.
That is the correct term.
Is that so? You know? Okay, good. It's something like people want to see like one furry wearing another furry as a diaper and then using it. They can't just wear it; they have to shit in it.
Yep.
Oh my.
And she was showing me some weird pictures that she drew, but she's like, a guy paid me $300 to do that. Took me an hour, and I was like, that's more than I've ever made in an hour.
Right.
I don't know what to say to that.
See, but here's the sad thing. That I can't even say it 'cause anthropomorphic diapering is better than Juggalo furries.
I'll agree to that.
Oh yeah. And then another one from, I don't know the trends, if this is like just this year or last year, but the last thing I remember her showing me was something about like large like dragons or something where their dick opens up and eats another furry.
Like
That's a thing.
Like a dragon with a graboid for a dick.
Yeah, well, no, I think it's like
Tremors?
just a normal dick, but like it's huge, like bigger than a human, and then like the hole opens. They're sounding other creatures into their wiener, but like they're so much bigger that it doesn't hurt them. It's just like gulp.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
like, I don't know. I'm just glad that
I'm kind of jealous.
I'm just glad that like I'm fine with just normal porn. Like I don't want to have to look for that. You know what I mean?
Have
like,
you seen pterodactyl porn?
I have seen that. Yeah, everyone has seen that
Yeah.
in like high school.
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
No, that's the last time I heard anyone talk about it.
high school.
I mean, I heard about it. I haven't seen it.
I've seen Pokemon porn
I have not
and
seen that.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle porn.
Wait a minute. Who has never watched Misty get railed by like 7 dudes?
It was only one dude, and the dude was also fucking...
You didn't watch the right
you
video.
clearly didn't watch what I watched, okay? But it was like Misty getting railed by Ash, who was also railing his, not Pikachu, but Dikachu.
Ooh.
And Dikachu, I'll tell you...
Pikachu. Is that a real
It was
Pokemon?
some chick fucking dressed up and painted as Pikachu.
Hell yeah.
And
I've seen that.
That's not the
ugly-
original 150.
It made her look ugly as fuck, first of all. And second of all, she stayed in character the whole fucking time.
That makes it better.
So, holy shit.
I mean, because my whole childhood while I was watching Pokemon, all I could think of was railing fucking Pikachu.
I thought you were going to be like, my whole childhood of watching porn was just none of that. Like, jeez.
I always thought Jessie was pretty hot.
Oh, I'd fucking rail Jessie. She's
Yeah.
got red hair.
Yeah, of course.
Doesn't Misty have red
is
hair?
Misty's,
She's got orange
Misty's,
hair.
Misty's the ginger, and Jessie's like the, hey, I just dyed my hair red.
Fire engine red.
Yeah.
You think James was nailing her?
No, he had to have been gay. I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure he was gay.
he's just not ready for a relationship.
yeah,
I
you're
think-
right.
I
He was
think in-
metrosexual.
I think in season 2, episode 3, he came out as gay.
I don't
the
believe
original
it.
series.
I don't believe it.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
So there
There are
was
more
a
stories like
on this
this.
same website that did the Pokemon porn. There's several other like porn parodies of movies, and it's all free. By the way,
The porn parodies are my favorite.
it's all free.
Have you ever heard of Rule 34?
No,
If
Rule
it exists,
34?
there is porn of it.
Yeah.
Do you know what Rule
That's
35
fair.
is?
what's that?
If there is no porn of it, there will be soon.
Yeah, my wife and I actually had a conversation about this the other day. We're watching a show that I've chronicled for you many times, Vampirina, with my child, and I said, you know
Yeah.
what's really fucking sad? There's porn of this somewhere.
There's a Podcastrophe porno, I believe. I think it's probably being made right now in a room similar to this.
Might be
Someone
made later
online,
tonight.
someone watching has been just taking dimensions of your room from their screen, and they're like, "All right, here we go."
It's just somebody with like that giant like inflatable penis, but it's got Dick's face on it.
Nate
He's,
Phillips,
like, talking to him
Podfather.
like,
Note that. Write that down. Podcastrophe porn.
Porncastrophe.
Porncastrophe. So the same website had the only other porno I've watched on it was so they also have a cam site attached to it and regular porn on top of all the porn spoofs. But there's Avatar porn and Game of Thrones porn and shit. But there's Nate comments Porncastrophe.
The Avatar, like Avatar: The Last Airbender,
No,
or Avatar.
There might be both. I'm fairly certain there's both, but I saw Avatar like the movie. But no, the only other one I chose to watch was the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles one.
Did they all rail Misty or not?
No.
Misty, April.
No,
Why was she?
It was a crossover.
That's really intense. A crossover
were
porn
they all, like-
parody.
so it starts off with like a crime fighting scene, you know, where like they're all kicking some henchman's ass and shit.
Did they fuck him?
No.
Damn it.
And Casey Jones comes in, swoops in, and fucking kicks everybody's ass. And then Casey Jones and April O'Neil fuck.
While all the turtles stand around them.
No,
jacket.
they kind of just disappear for a little
God
bit.
damn it! This is
Good.
terrible.
I must be
No,
abnormal.
no,
I'm only
no,
into
it-
I'm
so
only into
it's-
humans.
You don't want to watch a giant turtle jack off?
No, oh, you get
I mean,
to see that in this.
I might just to know what it's like, but
So-
I'm not going to be into it.
All right.
So
Just for
spoiler
science.
alert, guys! If you ever choose to watch this porno,
Spoiler alert! You're a piece of shit.
if you choose to watch this porno and you don't want the ending ruined,
You might want to click away.
Who the fuck says that?
go ahead, stop listening, stop
Some guy in the
watching.
crowd is like, "Shit, I had that in my queue for tonight."
he's like,
Yeah, for
got
that
it
guy,
open
turn
the
it
other-
off.
He's halfway through it right now. He's got it pulled up, one on each monitor.
Wait, no! God damn it!
Oh, I'd fucking pull it up if it wouldn't fucking censor on Facebook. But no, so spoiler alert. The
You're a
ending of
piece
it.
of
So
shit.
after Casey Jones gets his rocks off and finishes, They're like, doing their normal after porno thing for like a couple seconds. Then all the turtles come back into screen, and they're like, I can't remember what they said, but they're like, being their turtle selves and whatnot.
Like, let's get a pizza.
Yeah, I was gonna say is fucking Mikey eating a piece of pizza, jacking off with it.
So they come in and they're just like, well, it's our turn now. Or however turtles sound.
However,
And they just whip out their turtle dicks, which are like
man.
oh god.
crazy, stupid, like looking prosthetics that they made. The
Are they
company
green?
made. Yes.
Good.
Good.
I was thinking, do they each have their own color, though?
I would immediately stop watching if their cocks weren't green. Fuck that.
Well, I mean,
not authentic.
Maybe they could be their colors, right? Like Michelangelo's would be orange, right? Like I thought it would still match. That way when it's like super close up and you just see turtle dicks, you know who is who.
That's fair.
Orange
that is
turtle
fair.
dick.
Like I gotta know.
Or like they have like cock rings, and they're for each
There you
color.
go. Yeah, just like their headbands.
If you guys want to talk about a really messed up... Okay, first off, hold on.
Hold on. I'm not done.
Oh, okay.
Oh
I'm not
my god.
done.
So
Spoilers
they-
still incoming.
Spoilers still incoming. Incoming.
see
So
what you did there.
they're all circling around her. There's 4 of them.
Jeez.
Like animals.
And so as any fucking porno with a chick and several dudes or things, turtles. She's clearly got 2 in each hand, or 1 in each hand. Sorry, and then 1 in her mouth. Like going to town.
Classic.
Like Kobayashi on that
Luckily,
shit.
my mic is like very phallic, so like I can simulate.
Go ahead and demonstrate. All right.
Is that good enough for you?
I wanted you actually. See
Meanwhile,
you put your
like
mouth on
one
it.
of them's off and behind her or some shit, like jerking it or whatever. And like I said,
The
these are
fourth
like,
one is just like, man,
man.
she only got so much she can service at once.
So like, I mean, she's just like sucking off and jerking off like all these like terrible turtle prosthetic penises, and like finally like it comes time for the big moment for these turtles. It's just green ooze like all over her, as like naturally, of course.
Yeah, I
Like,
hope there was like a
What
marine
else? What-
biologist in the comments like, that's not what turtle semen looks like. Jesus, get it right, guys.
come
Dicks on a half shell.
Yeah, did
Yeah.
they yell turtle power when they did it?
I don't remember.
Turtle power.
It's been like 2 or 3
And
years
then all
since I've
high
seen
five.
this.
Mikey just yells cowabunga.
They embrace.
What is-
they lock fingers?
dudes?
Now, AJ, before we get to what you were about to say, what is like the weirdest porno you guys have watched?
Oh god, this was exactly what I was gonna talk
Well,
about.
I heard about it.
Oh, perfect then.
Right.
We'll get to you last.
Oh yeah, trust me, it'll be worth the wait.
Oh boy, Keegan.
Probably the pterodactyl one that everyone in my high school was talking about.
That's fair.
I don't know. Like I said, I usually just stick to normal porn.
Definitely gay black midget porn.
Okay, so like I've seen a lot of
For
weird
science.
shit. I've seen a lot of weird shit back in high school when I had LimeWire. Ooh, back in the day.
Oh shit! Here this comes.
The good old days.
LimeWire, like I've watched some shit. Like I've seen the video of the bald dude sticking his entire head in a vagina. I'm sure you guys have seen that.
No.
No, he got like shoulder deep in this bitch. Like
Song title. Shoulder deep.
yes. Song title.
Aaron will probably veto with that one too.
Damn it.
Damn it.
So I've seen that. I've seen some like skanky bitch fucking suck off a donkey.
Oh hell yeah!
That's illegal, I
horse,
think,
a
for
horse.
you too.
Oh no.
Oh
You shouldn't
no!
have-
I
Admit
haven't
that on
watched
Facebook.
any child porn. So
I heard about
none
this.
of that. I can assure you I've watched 0 child porn.
That donkey was like 30 in human years or donkey years.
We're getting a lot of reacts right now. Okay, what's blowing my mind is there's a thankful react every now and then, and I want that back, but I can never have it. Like it never shows up for me. I want the thankful react back.
I was gonna say I've never had it in my life, so I didn't get the taste of.
I want there to be a Ugandan. I want there to actually be the Ugandan
Knuckles react.
spits react.
What about the Wakanda knuckle spits?
Oh my god, the Wakandan knuckles. Have you guys seen that?
I've seen Ugandan knuckles.
Wakanda
on.
knuckle is so
I
much
actually
better.
took. I saved
What
it.
the? Oh my god. Why you should have given me a bit of a heads up for that? Holy shit!
I just looked to my right and I saw that and I was like, oh,
I was like, what is
What'd you
that?
show?
No.
Oh!
Oh my god!
Oh!
But thank you.
Yeah, thank
Yeah,
you.
right?
I needed to know that. What is,
I'm so
what
glad you had that
content,
at the
though?
ready.
Black Panther.
It's in her fucking
Oh.
queue.
It's Wakandan Knuckles.
Yeah, I saw that. That was really
God damn.
Camera, here you go.
cool. Wakanda.
Wakandan Knuckles.
That is impressive.
You know the
though.
way.
You do not know the way.
He knew the way.
He knew the way. You do not know the way to this vibranium.
But if you want to talk about some really weird porn,
Let's hear it.
I remember a year
Let's do
after
it.
I got out of high school.
That was like,
I
what,
read
a
this-
year ago?
Yeah, well, no, I graduated in 2012, but a year after I got out of high school, I was hanging out with a couple of my friends.
Did you go to McCutcheon?
I did not. I went to Frankfurt Senior High.
All right.
But it was two of my guy friends and then one friend who happened to be a girl. And by the way, my girlfriend's watching. I'm so sorry that you have to hear this because it's going to get bad. But
Just
I
open
heard
the story
rumor-
with I heard about.
Yeah, I heard rumor of a video of a parody of a special Nickelodeon kids show, and it was called SpongeBob SquareNuts.
Oh, gosh.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was literally like a 2-minute video of SpongeBob, which was just a dude with like a giant like yellow box on him with the face cut out. And he was just a terrible, like, he had, like, a really shitty voice, too, and he even did the laugh. He's like, yeah. And, like, yeah, I'm not even kidding you. He was, like, doing it during the act. But, like, he, like, wanted to have, like, a kid or something like that, so that way he could, like, have somebody to play with when Patrick wasn't around. So then he had Sandy, like, try and help him make a kid, and she's just like, well, blah, blah. And eventually somehow led to him getting a blowjob. And, like...
I won't make a kid with you, but I'll suck your dick.
Yeah, but, like, the thing is, like, I told my friends about this video existing, and they didn't believe me, so we all sat around on this one bed.
Naturally.
And just
On a
watched-
bed. Oh, you watched it
and-
on a bed?
Yes, and we
Whoa,
just
weird.
inside a bed in someone's basement. 'Cause that just
You've never
helped
watched
the
porn with a
situation.
bunch of other dudes?
The plot
Yeah, but
thickens.
just never
In a
on a
bed.
bed.
Oh, that's fair.
Never on a bed
Basement.
in a basement.
never in a
In a
basement.
basement?
The plot thickens.
But,
Is there chloroform?
no, there was no.
There is a
chloroform.
link in the chat.
for SpongeBob SquareNuts.
Oh, that has to go. You can't have that on Facebook.
no.
Admin.
Oh boy, what am
No,
I
is
about
that
to
really
see?
it? It so is.
Holy
What?
shit.
It exists. I'm not kidding.
I've seen that. I have fucking seen that.
Description.
Oh, I didn't know you meant that yellow square guy porno.
Yes,
So,
SpongeBob
okay.
SquareNuts.
Okay, SpongeBob XXX parody by Amid Amidi, January 25th, 2013 at 8:44 a.m. They posted this. The description says, "Here's the SpongeBob XXX parody no one asked for, but everyone
right.
will probably watch.
Wow.
SpongeBob SquareNuts."
I like how it's posted at 8:44 a.m. Some dude
Yeah,
was
like,
eating his
what?
breakfast and was just like, "Huh, all right."
I'm
watching it."
not gonna pull this up yet.
No, I mean, that's his job.
I'll return to the chat for that link.
Your next podcast, just make everyone watch it beforehand. And
Yeah.
when the camera starts rolling, everyone's just speechless. Like,
Porn
It's gonna be
catastrophe
really
reacts
short.
to
Watch without
SpongeBob
volume.
SquareNuts.
I don't want to watch it.
I must
I
be
want
on the wrong website.
I want to save that for my own
or the
personal
right
time.
websites.
Miranda and I will watch it later.
In bed.
While we're talking about it, I think we should all take a moment of silence for SpongeBob SquarePants.
Fuck SpongeBob.
Did it die?
Huh?
It's not ending.
What do you mean it's not ending?
Very.
It died years ago.
Yeah, I thought it was over.
It literally made our generation retarded. That is scientific proof.
Yeah, I've heard about that. Or
30
that it ruined TV after that.
Well,
Like, kid
30.
shows.
It is scientifically proven that 30 minutes a day of SpongeBob made our generation literally retarded.
Wow.
So fuck SpongeBob.
I got a small to medium-sized dose of it back in the day, so...
I actually
I'm
watched.
okay.
So when I was in 3rd grade, this show premiered.
Ooh.
I watched it premiere after the Kids' Choice Awards.
I think I might have to... I remember when it started.
How old are you?
27.
Okay, we're the same age then.
Okay, yeah. So I was going to say, I was probably in elementary school when it started.
I was in 2nd grade.
Man, I was a baby.
Changed my life in a horrible
4
way.
years younger than you
You know,
guys.
it was originally meant for adults, but it just tested better with children or some shit like that. Like no network would take it.
Were they like hitting up Comedy Central and HBO,
Probably.
and Nickelodeon was like, "Actually, we'll take that."
Like it's
And they're like, "Are you
it's
sure?"
stupid as shit. Kids will eat this shit up.
Well, look at the shit that's on TV like the last 5 years. Look
Yeah.
at Chowder.
Yep.
Fucking.
I honestly don't know
what was the
on
one with
Adventures of
the
Flapjack.
yeah? That's I was fucking hell yeah. I was going right to fucking Flapjack. What a fucking
Adventure
stupid
Time?
show. That one's okay though.
I like that, but it's someone was. I thought one of my friends said there was a Netflix documentary about this, or maybe it was just YouTube. I just assume everything you watch on a TV was on Netflix now, but
Yeah.
like there's some documentary about how SpongeBob like kickstarted the decline of kids shows because like now they're all like acid trips. They're insane.
Even see the sad thing is though, even some of SpongeBob was okay.
Yeah, like
It just sort of pushed enough, and
They had Pantera.
like everyone had to keep getting
there's an
crazy.
episode of SpongeBob with Pantera on it.
Yeah.
Fucking hostile.
It's the pre-hibernation week.
Yeah.
It's my favorite episode because of Pantera.
What's the episode? It's the
I'm a big fan of the stadium one.
yes.
Yeah, that's the
Where-
Bubble Bowl.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Bubble Bowl.
Chocolate. I remember when chocolate was invented. I've always hated it.
That's the
no,
old
they
grandma
had-
fish.
What
That,
did she say?
They had Pantera on it. Okay,
Yeah.
so the Bubble Bowl, that's not been parodied, but like they've
the
dubbed
Bubble
it.
Bowl.
They've
will
dubbed
live
it
on
so many
forever.
times. Like remember the old? There's like the first one they did with the dubs was they dubbed
We Are the Champions.
no
the full thing?
Bury Your Dead, like the
Okay.
band Bury Your Dead. I can't remember what the song's called, but it's the song like where they literally go bury your fucking dead, and it's just
That's great.
repeated over and over again, and it's just like perfect.
And they just dub it
I'll
over.
pull it up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull this shit up. Go ahead and talk. Keep talking.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
Bye.
It's all
We're
up
just
to
gonna
you.
sit in silence while you look it up.
It's all up to you, Tyler. Keegan.
Maybe the next Dick Smash video will just be a dubbing of that.
Hell yeah,
I'll just
I like
put our
that.
song right over that, and then get our dick suit off by Nickelodeon. Then we'll get some publicity.
Fuck Nickelodeon.
Okay. Hold on.
Oh, I forgot about this part.
I gotta fucking switch it over. Okay.
Yee!
I think I'm gonna be sick. Squilliam, what a dick.
Is that the Joe? Is that Joe?
Yeah. Joe's a toothless Squidward.
Fucking classic. Just in time.
What the fuck did I walk into?
This was the original director's cut for this episode.
Yep.
That's incredible. Have you ever seen Bert and Ernie Go Brutal?
No.
It's a very similar vein to that. It's the greatest internet video ever. You should look it up.
I'll look it up.
It's a pretty short one.
Okay. What's it called?
Bert and Ernie Go Brutal.
It started going. It started to auto suggest go gay.
Not that one. Just that first one.
You started, Bert. Go ahead. Oh, okay. Here we go.
A 1 and a 2 and a chick for my chick.
There's a great part coming up.
That was a nice fill.
Right there. Just the
Pop,
fill.
pop. This is too perfect.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. But you can watch it off if you want
I'm
unlock
good.
nightmare mode.
I'm good. Wow.
Wow,
That was by far one of the funniest things I've probably seen for the entire
Get the fuck out of my life, Cal.
Speaking
That
of
was hugely
Yes,
influential
please.
on me.
Speaking of that, so Tyler just quoted. I've already quoted it earlier, but we have another video, and this is something that was introduced to me by Mr. Austin Smith, formerly of Cardiac Arrest and Narrow House. Shout out to you, dude, for showing me this fucking video. It's The Legend of Chaw.
How y'all doing? My name is Henry Bankshaft, but everyone just calls me Chaw. Out here on my ranch, I like to work real hard, so it's important for me to take some time out and reflect on my life. Now this right here is my old black beauty, Queen Latifah, I like to call her. This here was what was wrong with it. Good. Now that's chipped. I have like 6 or 9 toes on my right foot. I can curl an orange like 1,000 feet.
like random
Pretty good at bowling. Got about a 120 average. Almond Joys, Paydays, and Heath bars. Now that is just a list of shitty ass candy bars.
Those are the best.
Did you know the average person will eat about 8 spiders in their lifetime?
Astounding.
It's just astounding. Oh, lemons, huh? Let me see this. Too bad I like limes. Fuck you.
Like,
Now this right here is my thinking shed. Otherwise known as the place I like to have sex with young girls. Just kidding, I have sex with normal sized girls here. It's freaky as shit inside. Nothing but a stove in there. But I tell you, fucking nightmares on. Watching the Wings Marathon on USA. Also, I got about 18 or 19 bodies buried back there. So, go ahead and dig them up. Can't have sex with bones. I mean, I've tried. Bad news. I have a recurring dream of me and Jesus playing Earthworm Jim for Sega Genesis. Yeah. I mean, seriously, who the fuck is still buying these candy bars? I mean, just buy a Snickers. Be a normal guy. I like to get myself like real sopping wet, and then just break into my neighbor's house and steal all of their shit. I always try and keep at least one Korean person on my speed dial. I like to take a huge handful of baby carrots and jam them up into the black of my butthole. I got the complete back set of Mad About You this year on DVD. It's fucking terrible. I'll talk to you about. Come on, you fucking go, Cal. Get out of my fucking life, Cal. Get out of my life. Get the fuck out of my life. That's what I fucking thought.
oh my god.
Hey. I mean,
Fuck out of my life, Cal.
Get the fuck out of my life, Cal.
That was good.
I like to shove a handful of baby carrots into the black of my butthole. There was a lot of that I completely forgot about. Like, that's why I was trying to watch it the other day after Brews with Dudes, and I was trying to show you guys, but
Oh, it was so good.
yeah, I remember the night Austin showed. It was like one of his parties, him and Stevie's parties, and like we were just watching random ass YouTube videos. Like there's like a bunch of these videos of, I think it was like G.I. Joe just overdubbed.
Yeah, the G.I. Joe videos.
The G.I. Joe videos,
overdub
like
ones.
It was either overdubbed G.I. Joe or
classic overdub
yes, or it was like the action figures. Like someone was like stop motioning the action figures and like overdubbing them, and it was like the more you know and shit, like just tips on life, and they just all sucked. But
Brev.
oh my god, that
I'm
video.
helping him breathe.
There's this video a couple weeks ago we watched about this.
Pull it up.
Pork chop sandwiches.
Are we gonna watch
that
this
one?
again?
No.
What was it called?
Oh fuck, I don't know.
I might have to search through my history. Go ahead and keep talking while I do that.
So this is a video of a very unique individual who cuts apart gummy. Just type in gummy rat and see what comes up. But he cuts apart this gummy rat and he does this voice, and it's really fucking creepy. Just type in gummy rat for the love of God.
Oh, there it is! I found it. Like
Jelly Belly Pet Rat.
Oh my.
here we go. We're gonna watch
Why
this
would they make
again
gummy
for the
rats?
second time on podcast.
It's worth it.
Hello, this is Brews With Dudes. Today we have a G-Like B-Like Pete Rat Gumai Candai. G-Like B-Like Pete Rat Gumai Candai. It's like it open so he can breathe. Fresh air. Pete Rat, coming to come here livey. Escape the pataki. Escape the pataki. Pete Rat eyes. Very big and long. Very big and long. The bottom eyes. Very flat. Good boy. Very good boy.
Good boy.
Pete Rat eyes. A very good boy. A rat-a-tat-tat. A rat-a-tat-tat. A rat-a-tat-tat. Smell my fine gear. Smell my fine gear. I'm guarding my Pete Rat. Ahiat Masagi. Ahiat Masagi. My Pete Rat has a strong bungy cord.
Strong bungy cord.
Bungy cord. I must have this bungy cord. Snipe it off. Snipe. Oh, I like it my
that
bungy
hurt.
cord. I ties. Cutie. Cut all your ties I ball. Cut all your ties I ball.
Oh my god.
I wonder if Pete Rat has a brain. I wonder if Pete Rat has a brain. Let's find all you. Cut him open. I think I found his brain. I think I found his brain. I cannot pull it or you. I died.
That's enough.
This guy watches a lot of
That's enough.
SpongeBob.
I am done. I'm done with that.
Here's the
That's all
fuck.
you gotta do to
for
make
those,
it on YouTube.
for if we have any loyal listeners and or watchers,
You're a piece of shit.
any loyal watchers, sorry, Jennifer. I'm sorry we put you through that.
There are literally
Again.
fucking dozens of those videos
From that same guy.
from that same fucking dude.
God, I'm
Is he
pretty sure
always
I just-
cutting open some kind of gummy?
He's
creature?
something.
Jeez.
I'd probably just cut my fucking ears off.
I thought you were gonna say masturbate.
I think the FBI should investigate that guy.
Probably.
Don't stop selling him knives.
Honestly,
I'm uncomfortable.
Had
That motherfucker's
surgical
got a
tools.
scalpel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say he had medical tools.
so earlier, and we're just gonna get away from this subject. I'm done with that.
Fair enough.
So earlier in the pre-show, we watched and listened to some songs.
We did.
That's right.
I specifically put that for the pre-show, so as we didn't infringe upon any copyright bullshit
Fucking
for
copyrights.
the actual podcast. So like I don't care if Facebook's like, fuck this, we're gonna mute your video because it's still live right now, so y'all are hearing it. But the podcast goes on to iTunes and all that shit. I don't want to fuck with that.
Right.
So, what are your guys' thoughts? First of all, we listened to Bad Wolves, and they covered "Zombie" from the Cranberries.
Big fan. Love
fan
that.
of the
I
song?
love that cover.
Yeah?
They did a good job.
They stayed really true to the original, and then so I think her name's Dolores, the original singer.
I can't remember what her fucking name is.
Doris or Dolores, something like that. She was actually supposed to track her vocals for that song to be on it again, and she passed away before that.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm actually like a pretty big Cranberries fan. Like I won't casually listen to it, but like I like the music.
If I'm in the right mood, I'll fucking jam out to some Cranberries.
Hell yeah, like their song "Linger." It's a really good song. Whatever.
Fair enough.
But yeah, like I thought they stayed really true to the original Cranberries classic, and the video is really powerful because they also stayed true to the original music video.
Yeah, they had the Golden Girl in it, which was really cool.
AJ, your thoughts?
Well, I really like the original song to begin with, so I feel like the cover was even better.
As a small child, I remember jamming that out with my aunt.
Hell yeah.
My mom used to like that
Yeah.
song a lot, so. But I mean, the cover was really well done. It was a lot like more grungy. I kind of feel like it was a heavier cover, which I really liked, like because I feel like it's like it developed more into like my musical sense.
Yeah, for sure.
Now than what I would have
Same.
listened to maybe 5 years ago or so.
Well, it's supposed to be a really powerful song anyway because it's about the injustices that the Irish people have to deal with under the United Kingdom.
I never made the Irish connection. I never made that a connection. But
Watch
you know,
the
it
music
makes-
video and then you don't have to make the
original
connection.
one.
Yeah.
that makes sense, and then it makes sense with the lyrics too. Like now that I'm thinking about it, I completely forgot. I knew they were European, but I completely forgot they were Irish.
Yeah, it's about the IRA and them fighting back against those damn British people.
Yeah, fuck British people.
We're the only ones that fucking successfully kick their ass, so.
Honestly,
By running away and stealing my ancestors' land.
Hell yeah.
Dicks.
fuck them.
Wait,
My grandma still hates white people.
We stole their dicks?
Yes.
Yes, we did.
And their women and their land.
And we're back on the dicks.
We traded guns for them and stuff though,
And beads.
and beads
and
Bibles. And we gave them smallpox blankets.
And booze.
We gave them hams.
I gave them a dirty 30 each.
Hey guys, we got hams. You want hams? Well, hams for land. That would never fly these days.
Hams for land, yeah.
That would never fly these days.
You never know. You go to some fucking dark pockets of the U.S. That was not a racial fucking joke there. For all you heritage fucks out there,
Damn it.
you might be able to trade some fucking hams for some land.
I did have an uncle who sold pretty much most of our land in central Indiana. I should check with my grandma. I don't know what we got paid. It might have been hams. I'm hoping it was a lot of money.
And that's your heritage, right
But
there.
it might have been. My grandma would be like, we already drank them all, like in the 40s. Sorry. Like, shit.
I'm sure there's some Delphi land that would sell for hams.
I don't know. Delphi's
not?
kind of like prime real estate now.
I just always wished I could have like a Native American card that I could take to liquor stores, and it's like good for like one free case of hams every other month. Like for all the years of injustice to my people, I just
To
want
your people.
I just want some free shitty beer every now and again.
Hell yeah.
That
I
would
agree.
be I would personally be okay with it if that's what I got out of it.
That's the reparations that you expect? Like, fuck giving me my land back. Just give me some fucking hams.
Yeah, I mean I don't
We
really
had a
I don't
trail.
want the land anymore.
We had a trail and we cried on it.
all the way.
God damn it.
That runs through Delphi.
Why do you always have to bring up Delphi?
I bring up Delphi.
Nobody gives a
That's
shit
my
about
heritage!
Delphi.
Are you from Delphi?
I'm from Delphi.
That explains everything
Yep.
about you.
That explains.
That's my heritage.
I feel like Delphi is like the Elkhart to Lafayette, kind of like the Elkhart to South Bend is Elkhart. I feel like Delphi is similar, except a lot smaller.
You just said Elkhart a bunch of times.
Yeah, I've realized you guys probably never been to Elkhart.
No, I've been to Elkhart.
Oh yeah.
You know,
I wrestled at your high school a lot.
Oh, really?
So, yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Fun fact, you know Corey Parks?
Sounds familiar.
It's singer and rhythm guitarist for Narrow House.
Okay, yeah.
He's from Delphi. So,
Does anyone have a gold star to give to
fun
Blaine?
fact about Corey Parks, he's from Delphi.
Just
if
out
you
of him.
if you know Corey
He's a
Parks,
Delphini.
he's a Delholian.
I don't know what the term is.
He's from Del Hole. Give him hell.
All right.
Keegan, what did you think of the song?
That was probably the second time I've ever heard that song. The first time being the original once somewhere.
Probably back in the day, you know.
Yeah. I didn't like it.
You didn't like it. I
I
didn't
guess
think
as
you
far
would.
as the cover, like, because it's a kind of a poppy song.
As soon as I tasked you with coming on the show, I was like, do I want to have these songs play again? Because I knew you weren't. You're like the death metal thrash metal guy that I know.
As Chris puts it, we're the death metal grandpas.
Yes.
Like, I only want
You are.
old, like, dirty.
So we've had 2 Doom Room field days, and every year we have like these Olympic style games, usually involving alcohol. 2017, you and Chris, and was there anybody else on the team?
Not really.
You and Chris formed a team. Chris
Yeah,
Pilot.
because we did announce it, I think, on Facebook. Because
Yeah.
there were teams for the events.
Yeah, and you guys won all your events.
We had our own events.
Yeah, you made your own events for the field day, and you basically just sat in camping chairs and drank beer all day.
Yeah, Team Death Metal Grandpas.
That sounds
We're
like
both
my
we're both
fucking.
And they did it.
How
too.
do I get on that fucking?
I
team?
Next
watched.
year, next summer, if there's one, you're on our team.
Fuck
I was
yeah.
like looking at the events, and I'm like, I just want to like sit in the sun,
Do
maybe
I
in the
have
shade.
Do I have to wear pants?
No, we had on jorts.
Fuck yeah.
Jorts.
I mean, it was the middle of July.
Were they
Nice.
actual jorts or were they pretend jorts?
I mean, I cut them out of jeans, so they
Fuck
were
yeah.
actual jorts. Yeah, I don't buy pre-made jorts. You can go as short as you want. You can go pantsless.
Hell yeah.
Actually, I did slip and slide pantsless, I think, with Dave Chips.
Here's my team, Team America, featuring Austin Hill from Brews With Dudes, Nick Maxon, host of Brews With Dudes, and Tony Davis, bass player for every band around here.
Right.
Yep.
I
a good time.
I
Still have my
had a good
shirt.
time. I had Ultimate Warrior patriotic paint. We all were in our underwear. Had a good time. Here's some pictures of us playing dodgeball. We kicked out. That was like the only event we could like truly kicked ass at was dodgeball.
Yeah, and I didn't. Maybe it's because my team was busy doing its own all-day drink-a-thon event, but I didn't even notice these events happening. Like
wonder
even
if-
though I was sitting right behind that.
I feel like there's more
photographer.
pictures of it, but I don't know. No, I don't think that's. Yeah, I think that's the only pictures I have of that. So, yeah, that was a fun day. I can't wait to see what happens this year, if there is a this year.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah. You didn't get to experience that, did you?
I did not.
Oh boy.
I got to go to like 2 Doom Room shows, neither of them actually being at the venue, and then
Oh man.
yeah, then I catch word. And
That's-
it's just like,
Well,
oh.
can they have outdoor shows?
Ooh.
I don't see why not. I heard it was like fire escape issues. Because you
That
can
is
usually
true.
on leases too, you're only allowed to have like 12 people in your building. Not that those shows ever had more than 10 people,
Yeah.
but
So my goal last year was, and my goal the year before as well, was to get just so plastered that I just slept in my car. And the first year it didn't happen. The first year after a certain point I was like, I'm not drunk enough. I give up. And then I just went home. This year I actually slept in my car for I think 2 hours. I woke up. I woke up to the voice of Pilot somewhere roaming and
doing his thing.
doing his thing, talking like this just all the time.
Drunk Chris. Have I told you the legend of Drunk Chris?
No.
From how Aaron and I, like, because we're like the local band, because Aaron and I were both, and Mike, our bass player, we're all from Granger.
Yeah.
Up near South Bend, but like we formed here and we've only played shows in this town. So we're a Lafayette band, but like when we started going to the shows, just the shows that like we had to because we were playing, we would always just kind of like hang out by ourselves because I'm like, we don't know these people. This is weird. But then after
Yeah.
like 3 years, I was like, we should probably get to know them because like we're here all the time.
I've noticed Aaron, he moved.
Yeah,
Traitor. Traitor.
Traitor!
But yeah, I've definitely seen you hanging out more and whatnot.
'Cause
like,
now I know the
everything.
people.
Yeah. Mostly
But,
with Pilot.
yeah, because
you only hang out with Pilot.
Because, like, I noticed one day after, I don't know, like our third or fourth show or something, I was, like, telling Aaron, I'm like, do you notice that one, like, drunk guy? You're kind of loud with the glasses. And I'm like, he's at every show. and he's always drunk. And so for a while, we just knew him as that one always drunk guy who's at all the shows. And then I learned from somewhere his name was Chris, and then we were like, yeah, Drunk Chris, that guy. And then I think there was there was a Lucifish show like early last year, or maybe late 2016 at the Doom Room. It was like their 5 years of Lucifisting, I think, show.
Yes.
And Aaron was in town for that, and Sloan was there, and we all got really drunk at my place, then took an Uber to the show. So I remember texting Nick beforehand, and I'm like, we are all drunk already, like hammered. And he's like, great, I love it. And I remember when we got there, there was not a lot of people there right when we showed up, and we were like really loud, and suddenly I was like, I was like, is this not a Lucifist party? Like,
I
why is
remember
no one
that
here?
show. I remember
And then I remember after the show outside, I was talking to Chris, and I noticed, like, even, you know when you're like really drunk talking to someone, but somehow in your head you're like, I'm the only drunk guy here. And you kind of start to realize that you're like, not everyone's having as great a time as me. And I was telling Aaron the next day, I was like, maybe he's not always that drunk. Because last night I talked to him and he was pretty sober.
Yeah, like, I've only seen Chris, like, drunk, like, a handful of times. And, like, for the most part, he's just Chris.
Yeah. He did later assure me, though, that he is usually drunk. So
Really?
Like, at least
he handles his drunkenness
Yeah.
fairly well, then. Good for him.
I'm really upset I didn't attend the field day. I got invited. I just didn't show up. I think I had to work.
Oh my god. So, Mr. Nate Phillips shared a link. Let's see what he has to say. What the hell is this?
Before we get into this,
Yeah.
I do apologize, guys. I do have to work in like 20 minutes from now.
Oh, no shit.
So yeah, night shift. Love that stuff.
Where do you work?
I work at White Castle.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, I know. So you guys have like a cafeteria in Subi, and I just get diarrhea.
That's fair.
Right?
You get it just from contact from working there?
That's
part of the job.
You've contacted dysentery.
I just make fries.
That was an
and just
Oregon
have
Trail
ants.
reference.
Hell yeah.
Slap hands.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, with that being said, though, I'm gonna get out of here. But thanks for having me on,
Of
guys.
course, dude.
Absolutely,
You're
It's been
definitely going to come
It's
back.
been a pleasure. Yes, thank you.
Just like
We're gonna
Brews
have to
with
get
Dudes.
together and play some D&D.
Yes, we will, because it's going to be a great time.
Just like Brews with Dudes, you'll be back.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, just throw on the Terminator glasses. I'll be back.
You want to know a fun fact about that?
Sure.
That line? So, Arnold Schwarzenegger has never actually been able to say it the same way ever again.
Really?
Because in German or Austrian...
He's Austrian, you piece of shit.
Yeah, come on.
How dare you fucking disrespect Arnie in the fucking sanctum of dicks.
The big A.
So, the thing about Austrian is there's no I'll. It's just I will. So, when he said the line, I'll be back, the line was actually originally, I will be back. But the director thought it just sounded really awkward like
Right.
that. Like, it's just too forced, too stiff, you know? So, he's like, I'll. So, and Arnie, he's Austrian, dude. He doesn't know how to fucking say I'll. It doesn't exist.
Exactly, yeah.
In some languages, they don't have all the words the English language has because it's not as English
It's
language is
unnecessary.
Yeah, we need extra words for our dumb brains, you know.
We need to make it more complicated than it
Yes,
needs to be.
to explain bullshit. So he did about 20 or so takes of just saying "I'll be back," and that was the take that they just ended up with.
That's pretty cool, though. I like that. Just, he couldn't say it, so he had to say it 20 million times.
Yeah.
And eventually, that's pretty cool, though. I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
so if you'll actually watch interviews or where he actually quotes himself there,
Right.
he never says it the same.
Oh, gotcha. I will have to do that then.
Hell yeah.
But thank you guys for having me so much.
Thank you for being
I'm
on.
gonna dip out and go to work, and I'll let them know that Podcastrophe says hey.
Sweet, dude.
Enjoy yourself.
Absolutely, yeah.
Like I said, thank you for coming on.
Be careful with that dysentery.
Thank you for answering the call.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Of course.
Later, dude.
All right, let's talk shit about him now.
All right.
I haven't had White Castle in a while. It's pretty good.
I haven't either.
I like the Castle.
I've only ever had their actual sliders a couple times, but I became a pretty big fan of their chicken ring sliders.
Dude, the chicken rings, yeah. It's just so different. A ring.
So, Mr. Nate Phillips decided to share this video. Let's see what it's about. I don't know what's about to happen. This is not a translation. This is what I believe the song sounds like in English. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Oh shit! It's going down now.
Yeah.
Oh shit! They're dancing. Holy shit! See, these nuns are gay. Fucking Frosty behind him. Holy shit.
It really sounds like they're saying that in English. Like, I don't get... Where did this come from? What country is this?
India.
India? What a mysterious land.
I love all the wardrobe changes. Are you guys good? You guys good?
Yeah, I think I got it.
I kind of want to finish it.
You've been outvoted. Wow.
Thanks, Nate.
Yeah,
Podfather,
thanks
for that.
Thanks for that, Nate. Good job. Good job, Nate. I don't. What even did we?
That was
just watch?
better than the
Yeah, I'll
it was.
give it
At least
that.
this was music. I can get behind. Now that's a song I could get behind. More so than that cover from earlier.
Oh, I guess we never finished that whole
Oh,
segment.
yeah.
So there was another song we listened to from Parkway Drive. What did you think of that?
I forgot it.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, it's not my thing.
Honestly, okay, so going back to the past and Journey into Comics Network history, 2-3 years ago now, the last album Parkway Drive came out, the first single off of that, we reacted to it on the second ever Metalcast we did, which Metalcast eventually spawned this show, and we actually announced this show on that 3 years ago, and then it never happened until like fall last year. But no, we did a react to Parkway Drive song Vice Grip, and that was the first single off their last album. And Wishing Wells is the first song or first single off of their next album. So I thought it'd be cool to, react to that. What do you think, Tyler?
I'm not. I mean, it's all right.
Yeah,
I'm more of a clean vocals guy.
Yeah.
I don't know. The way that it makes sense in my head is not the way that it's going to come out of my mouth, and it's going to sound really douchey. But when I think of great frontmen of old, I'm thinking of Freddie Mercury and people who can actually sing. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of a douchey way to say it, but
I'm not gonna lie. Winston McCall cannot sing.
I want to actually be able to hear lyrics, and I'm okay with throaty fucking screaming the whole fucking shebang.
Yeah.
But I want some fucking clean vocals in there. I want to hear them fucking say something.
That's what I used to. That's how I used to be before I got way deeper into metal. But like,
I'll listen to it all. Don't get me wrong. I'm not up on my high horse at all.
No, I didn't think so.
But if I was somebody who had never heard Parkway Drive before, and you're like, hey man, you need to fucking check this out, and that's what you showed me, I would never listen to them again. I think that's a pretty respectable way to put it.
Honestly, yes. If I were to send you some Parkway Drive songs,
I've listened to Parkway Drive before.
I definitely wouldn't send you that.
No, hell no.
At least at this moment in time. Because, okay, so when Vice Grip came out and then they had the following single was Crushed. Crushed is more of like a Rage Against the Machine style song. But when Vice Grip came out, I was like, this is kind of weird for them. They always evolve their sound. Mm-hmm. Like, they're nothing like they started out as no band usually is.
Which I think is really stupid when people get all fucking up in arms about that shit. Well, you're a sellout. You changed your sound.
It's like,
every
we got
fucking
bored playing the same shit over and over again.
Well, you have to evolve as a musician. You can't just play the same fucking shit over and over again.
No, you really
can't. Or it becomes fucking stale. Why would?
Whoa.
Well, don't get me wrong. I mean,
Motorhead.
There's a difference between staying true to yourself and just playing the same stale shit over and over again. Listen to fucking pop music on the radio.
Yeah.
That is fucking stale garbage. It never changes. It might change once a decade and it's still the same shit. And it sucks.
Like Florida Georgia Line.
Yes. Fucking pop country.
Dude, tractor rap is the worst. I hate that shit.
I've never heard it called
that. My one friend
Thank
is always
you
saying,
for giving me that term.
Yeah, he's always telling me like.
Yes, I appreciate that term as well.
I mean, I don't know enough of it, but my friend that I know of coined the term was always turning me on to like, or trying to show me some like old country, like back when country had actual musicians, and like it's good, and now like I hate the tractor rap even more because I'm like that made me hate country for so long. That like I'm just off put by all country, even though the real country is like pretty good.
Right.
Miranda, just pick up the mic. Pick up AJ's mic and
Miranda, make your first appearance on podcast.
This isn't her first appearance. Her first appearance was on Drunkastrophe.
I don't remember her talking.
She did.
It is there. I just remember her salty balls.
It is there. They weren't salty.
They were a little bit salty. Oreos have a very high sodium content.
Shut the fuck up, whatever.
They were coated in chocolate. They were sweet.
They were fucking salty. I have a diverse palate.
Anyway, so when I first heard Vice Grip by Parkway Drive,
okay,
I was weirded out by it. I was like, that's weird. But eventually it grew on me. I feel like in time this will grow on me because, I mean, they're basically my favorite band.
If they're going to evolve their sound and this is what they're going to be entirely, I mean, I've listened to them before. It's not something that... we both have talked about on many podcasts how especially when we're in our vehicle, music has kind of become very stale, and we replace the time that we used to devote to music to now with podcasts.
Yeah.
And if I'm going to take the time to listen to something, it's not going to be that.
Yeah, I understand. I mean, first of all, you're not into it like I am.
Well, even somebody that's into it, you said yourself, like...
Well, like, yeah, that'll take some time to grow for me, because, as Keegan put it, he didn't even remember it. I barely remember this song.
It sounded the same.
Yeah, like, I was watching it earlier. That was my second listen of it.
Now, I'll tell you right now, if that had some clean vocals fucking thrown in with it...
Yeah.
Honestly,
for them, it's a weird
I remember
song.
it having... Were those not clean? They felt pretty clean to me.
I don't remember.
No,
I'm kind of like you. I don't remember it.
Just him talking. It was a spoken word.
Talking is not vocals. Talking is talking.
Yeah, right?
It's the way I look at it.
I like Autopsy. I love Chris Reiferd's vocals, where like a lot of times he's not even saying the right number of syllables. Like you read the lyrics and it's like not even close. And like when you watch live videos, it's even dirtier. It's just like tongue sticking out.
Is there any chance we could get like you doing like an impression of that?
doing some autopsy vocals.
Let's hear some autopsy vocals.
Yeah. Let me
Not to
think
put
of
you
a
on
good-
the
Do I have to
spot.
do one of theirs or just anything?
Anything.
Okay, there's they had an EP like a year ago called Skull Grinder, and like the first song,
Classic.
Strung Up and Gutted.
Yeah,
It
classic.
opens up with this line, "Saw you in the woods again," and he's like chasing the guy down, and then he strings him up and guts him. But like that first line, he just says like that, and you're just like, "Yep,
Okay.
yeah."
I get it.
Just stuff like
I
that.
get it.
Or a lot of just like that. And that's what I'm always trying to do with Dick Smash.
Yeah, of course.
Personally, that's who I'm ripping off.
Oh my god. AP Andrew Poor from the Poor Report says, "Wow, 2 hours and counting. I wonder what the record is for longest live podcast. I say you guys should break the record."
I think the record's like 5 or
We
6
have
at
Dawkins
least.
sets to go
I've
to.
heard really
We
long
do.
ones.
We are going to be wrapping up rather soon. I like okay, so back to the song. I like it, and I'm eager to.
Even though you said you didn't like it,
I don't like it yet, but I like.
so
it.
you don't like it yet.
But I like it on just based off.
You're
the fact
intrigued.
that- yeah, I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued to see what the rest of the album holds. Yeah.
So is that just the first single that they've released
Yes,
off the
that was
album?
the first
Okay.
single.
You probably said that, but I don't remember.
It is vastly different from the first single from the last album. The last album, Vice Grip, it's about facing your fears, and it's very lead heavy.
Tears for Fears?
No, yeah, it's about facing your fears and just doing it. Like getting over it, getting over whatever your fears, and just letting loose and just doing it. It's cool. Very. I don't want to say poppy vibe, but it's their closest thing to a radio rock song that they have.
This is the thing that you and I have talked about a lot. I can't contribute the same level of musical discussion because number one, I'm not a musician. I'm musically retarded, and number two, we don't listen to the same shit. So we can just agree to disagree.
That happens. But I can send you some Parkway Drive songs that I know you would like.
All right, that's fair.
Because I love them. And I love them because, the way I look at music, I look at music in terms of, how it makes me feel. And, some of Parkway Drive songs,
Do they ever make you feel pretty?
It's very impactful. No, none of them make me feel pretty. So that's a
There's
plus.
not a song created that could do that.
On the metal front, that's not a plus. So.
Autopsy makes me feel gritty, which is why I like.
Hell yeah.
Ooh,
what?
I don't know.
That smell.
Some Tom G.
Ooh,
Warriors.
that smell.
Do you do that in your car too when you're driving?
I don't.
Ooh.
I'll impersonate James Hetfield all day though.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah. Whoa, yeah. Yeah. do you remember that somebody did it on SoundCloud or Sound?
Was it all the yeah?
All the yeahs.
I think
Every
I've probably seen
yeah
that.
from
Yeah!
James Hetfield, and it's just it's in order, track order from song
Have you?
to
There
song.
was it
album
from
to
the
album.
actual album though? The recordings. Because I saw this video a friend of mine sent me once. It was all of Tom Araya's high pitched shrieks from every Slayer album.
Holy
Starting
shit.
from Show No Mercy onward though. It was
Hell
3
yeah.
minutes of just really hot. It was annoying. But
I
it
wanna
was
find that.
chronological. It was a long video too.
Oh yeah.
And the best part was hearing them and being like, oh, I know that song. Yeah, that's from this part of the album.
Mm-hmm. But the James Hetfield one, it's just every ooh and yeah.
Yeah.
And it's ooh, ooh, ow, ooh, yeah, 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 ooh, yeah. And then it just goes back. That's the slowest one from Fuel. Ooh. Yeah, it was insane. Way to finish that one out.
That's what I'm known for, my quick finishes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So I recently got Miranda into Monster Hunter. How you feeling about that? Have you played since your first play?
No.
That's a bummer.
I work and have kids.
I know.
Time.
I get that.
I work
But
and
I
have
like
kids.
it.
You like it?
I like it so far.
I mean, you've definitely watched me play it quite a
Yes.
bit.
It's confusing. I have to learn the weapons and what buttons to push because I kept drawing my weapon and then putting it back in.
So get this, she saw me just mashing buttons, but
Like
really,
Mortal Kombat
But
style.
it
Like,
really,
it's
I'm
just-
It's all
actually,
calculated.
but really, I'm
Yeah.
actually doing things.
It's like what I did with Mortal
Cold
Kombat.
and
Just
calculated.
keep pushing buttons until I won.
And she's like, I just mashed the buttons and it didn't work.
No,
I'm
because
like,
I asked
yeah,
you if that's what you
that
do,
makes
and
sense.
you said sort of.
I mean, sometimes I do.
It has to be
does.
calculated.
No, there's no way he calculates all that. But yeah, I like it so far.
She's not wrong entirely.
Oh, I know. I play with you. I know your style. I can
Yeah.
hear you pushing.
Cold
I
calculated
don't like the
mashing.
fact
That's
that
the
you
style.
have to
I'm
follow
rather-
okay, so I'm following the story. I don't like that I can't just hit X and continue. I have to listen to everything that they all say, and I'm just sitting there like, I just want to continue and just
Get
go
involved
on.
in it.
And
I only
for
did
the
one
record,
quest.
this Monster Hunter is like the first one that's like really been story driven.
Mm-hmm.
It's very story driven. At least
I
if
didn't
you're
realize
following
there were
the story.
others.
It's been
All-
going since 2004, my friend.
See, all my roommates got that game recently, and I just bought Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 because I beat the first one a few months
Shit,
ago.
dog, he is moving.
And I was like,
I never
all right,
played that
let's see
one.
what. Oh man,
I heard you like some roller coasters, so I put some roller coasters on your roller coaster.
I had
so
them
roller
on
coaster.
CD-ROM back in the day, but I got them on Steam for like really cheap. And I was just playing them, and I'm like, this is the greatest game ever made. And they're out there playing like Monster Hunter H8D or whatever it is now. Like,
World. Monster Hunter World is what's out right now.
I love it.
No, it's been going since 2004 in America.
You want to play some 8D? That's what I'm going to say from now on. You coined a phrase for me.
8D.
No, so they went Monster Hunter, and then a couple years go by, and then they came out for PSP in America with Monster Hunter Freedom, then Monster Hunter Freedom 2, and Monster Hunter Freedom Unite, and then there was a while, and then they came out for the Wii with Monster Hunter Tri, and then Wii U,
3 Ultimate.
or Wii U had 3 Ultimate. Then it goes to that was on Wii U and 3DS,
Mm-hmm.
and then it goes only 3DS for like 2 more games, and now it's like, so when the Switch was announced, I'm like, sweet, I'll have a Monster Hunter. I'll just get a Switch for Monster Hunter, and I'll be able to play on TV again finally. And then they didn't announce it for the Switch. They announced it for PS4, Xbox 3, Xbox One,
And PC.
and PC later this year.
Dude, I am a grandpa. When they made the Xbox One, like, last year, I was like, my cousins had one of those, like, 15 years ago. I'm like, really? Xbox One, trying to make it sound like it's new.
Nate Vanderwall asked me. He's like, "Hey, can I play Xbox One games on 360?" I'm like, "No, you can't. Like, it's not forwards compatible." He's like, "No, I mean like the original Xbox."
Xbox games.
And I'm like, "Oh, it's just Xbox. You just say Xbox, and I'll know." Like, I was there.
I remember.
I was there. I'm not one of these kids. No, he said he went into
GameStop.
He went into GameStop, and he asked that same question to them, and they were like, "You mean like Xbox One games on 360? No, you can't do that." He's like, "No, I mean like the first Xbox."
No, he was trying to get a the original Xbox Star Wars Battlefront.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's right. That's right. He said, "I want to
He
play
asked them
Battlefield."
if he could play the original Xbox game on his 360.
Battlefront 2.
Yep. And
they thought he meant the new Battlefront 2.
2, yeah. People at GameStop are stupid.
I just own a Nintendo. It's just way easier.
Yeah,
It's a
That's
Wii
fair.
U, which is, I think, pretty advanced, but, like, anytime people start talking video games with me and I'm just like, yeah, I have a Nintendo, then they're like, get the fuck out, you caveman. And I'm like, all right, I'll find the door.
Okay. Bye.
Which is what I love about it, because it's like, just owning a Nintendo is like, yeah, I like to party, but that's it. It's not my life.
I like to party. Mario, that is.
Yeah.
Nate
8
Phillips asked, "Dick, did you get the stickers from Brando?" I don't know what he's talking about.
I know not what stickers you speak
I don't know
of.
what you're talking about, Nate. Sorry. Unless he's talking about the PS4 skin stickers from not from Brando, but from Mike. Mike had like some like so. Mike got like PS4 Pro stickers, like sticker skins for. It's like the same exact as the PS4 Pro version, like the limited edition for Monster Hunter World, but they're just stickers instead of the actual PS4. I got those. I'm hoping that's what he's talking about.
How many did you get?
Just one. It's just like the top sticker skin. So, and then it just sat in a pile for a while and got bent up eventually. So I gave it to Andy.
It's only been out for like a month.
Well, Mike got it like a month or two ago. I got it when we did Nerds of the Round Table.
I'm kind of mad I didn't
The
get
podcast, not the group. I gave him. Oh, Nate gave Brando 3 Floyd stickers.
Ah, cool.
One for you, one for Tyler or Nick, and one for Brando. I wonder if Brando's going to keep his, because I bet Nick wants one.
I want one.
I definitely want one. You want one. I don't see Brando wanting one. Thanks for the hiss.
You're welcome.
All right, it's getting time to wrap up. Any closing thoughts, guys?
Liv Tyler is not sexually attractive.
Oh, yeah, we were going to talk about that. We'll save that for next week.
Alcohol sales on Sundays?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, fucking
big
news.
Oh,
Big
man.
news in Indiana. The House and the Senate both ratified fucking alcohol
Sunday
sales.
Look out, 21st century. Here comes Indiana.
Fucking
Where can I
what?
park my
Oh.
horse?
Finally getting rid of prohibition in this shithole of a fucking state.
My friend and I at work today were talking about this, and I'm like, I think from now on in this state, the first Monday after the first Sunday of March every year should just be a holiday. We should have that day off because
Yes.
we're going to be hungover.
Hell yeah.
Because I'm going to go to the liquor store on Sunday. They're probably going to open at noon. I'll be there at 10:30 just waiting in line, probably by myself. I was thinking
there
too,
is some
the
regulation to
liquor
it.
stores will probably be like, not open this weekend because they're like, shit, we make our schedule a month in advance. Everyone's already at 40. I don't know what to do.
There is some regulation to it from what I read. It's like from like 11:30 to 8 o'clock at night.
I think most states have that though.
Okay,
Right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know much about it because I'm
I
so
know
used
some
to just
states, like,
only buying on Saturday.
Yeah, because like all liquor stores usually close at like, I think 3 is the latest in any state that you can
Yeah.
buy alcohol
Rossville's 10 o'clock. They close at 10 o'clock.
at night.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Barberry and Dayton closes at like 11.
Yeah.
Well,
But then like on Sundays, I've heard a lot of states they don't open up again until like afternoon.
the big thing, the biggest important part of this is it's not just Saturdays are for the boys now. Now it's for fucking Sunday.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah. Years ago,
Sundays
so
for the
before I really realized that. No, I think I knew. So years ago, when I was with my fiance, I was engaged at one point, and we decided we really wanted some Boone's Farm.
I mean, I drink Mad Dog, but like, come on,
Okay.
dude, I have standards.
Well, but so she lived literally right across the street from the Village Pantry,
Mad Dog's a gentleman's
outside
drink.
of Pheasant Run. So
I'm a man of culture.
Yeah, right. No, my family's big on Boone's Farm, so I was like, I want to give that a try. So one night I was like, oh shit, it's Sunday, we can't go. Let's wait till midnight. Then it's Monday.
They don't
No,
do it.
Yeah.
turns out
They don't do it.
naive 21-year-old me was like,
Thought like they would come to the liquor store at like 11:58 and be like, all right, well, about Monday, let's get it going.
no, we walked into VP. I get out this bottle of fucking
yeah, it's
Boone's
like at a gas
Farm.
station or something.
I get out of this bottle of Boone's Farm from the fucking refrigerator thingy and fucking walk up to the cash register like, we can't sell you that. I'm like, what? It's Monday,
dude.
bro. And he's like, I'm not allowed to sell alcohol until 7 a.m. Monday morning.
Yep.
I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? It's not Sunday anymore. What? And like that was me in my head. I was
outside. You were like,
I was but a boy.
A couple years ago,
I was just a boy.
I was at work on New Year's Eve, and it was like 10:45.
Where did you work?
Tate and Lyle.
Okay.
And I don't want to talk about that place, but And then the guys that I was working with are like, dude, you better get to the liquor store. And they let me leave, drive to the liquor store, and they closed like right when I walked in the door. And it was Sunday. So they're like, but they sold it to me anyway, which was fucking badass. I'm not going to name them because
The employees probably don't even work there anymore. So.
I don't care. I cost an Indian man his job when I was in high school.
Wow.
I've told that story on this podcast before.
You have.
R.I.P. Bangladesh or whatever the fuck your name was.
I called Walmart at midnight on a Saturday night going into Sunday. Or no, it was a Monday. It was a Sunday. Called them at midnight going into Monday.
Going into Mundo.
Shut up. To see if they would sell alcohol. I got treated like shit on the phone because I was drunk and asking the question, but yeah.
I want to buy booze. You got
Can you guys sell me alcohol?
You got any
now it's
ice?
Monday.
You got any Spirit on the
I need the ice.
Give me ice. What about Mike's hard?
We don't sell diamonds here.
Yeah, Mike's. I want Mike's.
They wouldn't let me. They said no.
Orchard.
Just be like, no, I'm cook. This is cooking alcohol. I'm cooking with this, and they're like 4 handles of vodka, and you're like, yes, my grandma's chili recipe. I need it. You have to.
I need it.
Make it at night during a full moon.
This.
It's for cooking.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, so we can buy alcohol on Sundays now. That's awesome.
Yay.
Yay, Indiana.
So
Go you
Illinois,
guys.
you're back to being the worst.
Right?
I saw something about CBD oil recently too.
Yeah, they legalized it.
Oh, sweet. Not that it wasn't illegal
They removed it.
for like a
Everybody
whole 3 weeks.
Yeah. It was a couple months.
Because I think like Indiana's like some guy in Indiana high up was like, I
It's probably
don't
Mike
recognize
Pence.
this, and he's like, I think it should be illegal, or I think it is illegal, and whatever reason it just was.
They removed, yeah.
I don't know the whole story behind that. That was bullshit. Whatever it was, I don't know much about the whole CBD oil thing. I don't smoke. I don't.
It doesn't
do
have
any
any THC. It's
No, it
literally
doesn't.
I
just
don't know what it
cannabinoid
is.
oil.
Just weed oil.
Cannabis oil.
Can't-
It's
Dang.
it's for like anxiety and all sorts of things. All sorts of like
It's pretty
medical.
good. It's pretty good stuff.
Yeah, it's got tons of medical uses, and you know some 78-year-old fucking guy who's been in the Senate in Indiana for fucking decades and decades and decades was like, I don't agree with this. It should be illegal. It's the devil's lettuce.
Basically.
And it's not, and he just doesn't understand. Much like 70% of anybody that's in government.
I like that you threw in the 70 and not just all of them. We need to get rid of all of them.
Tyler, 63% of all statistics are made up on
We
the spot.
don't need the government.
No, we don't.
Think for yourselves. Be self-sufficient.
Hey, I didn't
Institute
want to say this
Thunderdome.
on a live podcast, but guys, the government stopped in 2004. We've been free this whole time. You didn't know it. You can do anything right now. Try it.
Just try it.
Oh fuck.
Can that help me with any of my like credit card debt?
You don't actually have credit card debt. They're just trying to get money from you. Don't pay those
so let's buy a
guys.
house.
Yeah, just fuck them.
That's fair.
Get the fuck out of my life, Cal.
Fuck you, PayPal. Fuck you, Chase, and
Not paying this bill. You're not real. If the Earth is flat,
Ice wall, bro. I'm moving to the ice wall.
I'm moving to the ice wall.
they live
I'm
beyond the ice wall.
I'm taking the
at
black.
Capital One.
I'm taking the black and going to the wall.
The blacker your asshole.
Fuck out of my life, Cal.
All right, we need to wrap this shit
Yeah,
up.
we do. All right, thanks, guys. Thank you for listening. For those watching, thank you for watching. We are live on Facebook Live on the Podcastrophe page every Wednesday, roughly around 5:30 or 6. Be sure to check that out. Every Thursday, we drop on Podbean.
We already plugged.
I'm going to do it again.
Let me do it because you suck. We drop every Thursday on our host site, Podbean, along with iTunes, Stitcher Radio, Spotify, Google Play Music,
And a bunch of other podcasting
services.
And that's
and
it.
services.
Nowhere else.
And check out our Patreon.
Yeah.
$1 means you're an awesome person.
And you get early access. As soon as it's edited and uploaded, you get early access to every episode.
For $3 a month, you get some badass coverage of the Marvel
Cinematic Universe.
I've heard for $5 a month you get a handy from Dick. every month.
For $100, they get silicone molds of our cocks.
We haven't announced that yet.
That's a steal.
No.
Those run for a lot on the internet.
They also
we did announce it.
No.
Just
no,
now.
we haven't announced that yet.
No.
I swear to God, we've talked
No,
about
we talked
it.
about that in the network meeting. But
We've
that's
also
it.
talked about it on air. I know.
Okay,
we have.
so for $100, eventually,
No.
you're gonna get.
Is that actually a thing?
You're actually gonna get like
Yeah.
replicas
Do you
of
think I'd be
my
able to
cock, and then Tyler, you get a little butthole teaser,
I don't care.
and on the side etched in is it says Heritage, etched in, and that's for texture purposes.
No.
Oh. That's a nice
Did you
thought.
talk about
It's-
how yours is the actual gift and
Yeah.
mine's just the tickler?
Yeah, yours comes.
But
free.
it is $100.
I don't care. I'll fucking give him $100.
So yeah,
myself.
Heritage for her pleasure.
Hell yeah.
Oh hell yeah, man.
Get the fuck out of my life, Cal.
So yeah, please check us out. Check the rest of the network out. Subscribe to Journey into Comics on Spotify, Podbean, iTunes,
again.
all of that shit. Check it out.
Drunk.
I'm not
3
drunk.
beers.
I had 3 beers. Fuck off.
It's the most I ever
No,
drank since-
please check out Journey into Comics. You get the Poor Report. You get Journey into Comics. You get Journey into Wrestling. You get. I know I said it twice. I said it
He's
twice because you
drunk.
subscribe to Journey into Comics, and then you get the Journey into Comics show.
You're gonna journey into
Fuck
wrestling.
off, Tyler. Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna stick carrots.
You get the
in
voice
baby
of
carrots.
survival.
Wait.
You get foodies watching movies. You get Podcastrophe.
I'm gonna stick baby carrots in the
get
black of
butt
your
stuff.
asshole.
You get Brews with Dudes. You get Lit Richer.
Voice of survival.
And then if you I already said that.
Oh.
And then you get on another feed. You gotta subscribe to the other feed for Game Addicts Podcast, which we do stuff on there occasionally, very rarely, once.
If
We've
I
done it
was
once.
if I was a beta, I would almost be intimidated by your enthusiasm.
Well, thank you.
Almost.
Almost. So that is it. That is all. Tyler, you're awesome. I
Thanks.
love you. Thank you for being my co-host.
Thanks.
Miranda, thanks for joining last second.
Do you not love me?
When AJ left.
Hello.
I love you.
I love you.
I love my wife. That's a funny video. You need to watch it.
All right.
Greg and Lou, Die Hard. It's a Die Hard parody. He's like, I love my wife. He's like he's in the ventilation shaft, and he's just like, I love my wife. Like talking to Carl.
All right.
Keegan, thanks for joining.
Thank you for having me.
Once again, thanks for answering the call today on
Yeah,
Facebook.
it's been a weirdly strange, pleasant evening.
I'm sorry there was no actual bukkake, but
I've seen enough tonight.
that's fair. That's fair.
I've seen enough to fuel multiple bukkakes.
He's gonna have fucking nightmares.
But if that is all, that is all. Thank you so much. I am Dick.
I'm Tyler.
Miranda.
It was Keegan.
Keegan's here too. Please make every day a big dick day. Bye, guys.
Heritage.
Woke up this morning with my dick in my hand. Girl is to the right of me, just like I planned. It's gonna be a big dick day. 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 Big dick day. It's gonna be a big dick day. It's gonna be a big dick day. It's gonna be a big dick day.